Now we have the next DLC, Bits of Your Life.
You're inside me head, mate. Or maybe I'm inside yours, it's hard to say. Not important, though.
What
is important is that this is the best fucking DLC you've ever played. Live and spooky, dead and pukey. Time loop, brewer's droop, more like. This is the one, mate. It's going to be the real deal. It's going to be a roller coaster, all fucking expenses paid, uber bastard, and best of all, you get to play as me, or with me, or something. So fucking strap in, mate, because we are going to fuck shit. Oh, fucking hell, it's Bozeman. Hang on, mate.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Bozeman.
Thank you for agreeing to stay late tonight and run this light entertainment piece.
You didn't really give me any choice, mate.
No, I didn't.
What's this button do?
Press it and see.
Excellent. We should get one of these for the news.
Never going to happen. It lights
Bullshit,
up
it's not.
Simple.
What's this big machine here?
That calls the guests to the stage.
Well, that sounds like fun.
It's automated. Just leave it alone.
Boring.
One more thing.
That's not going to stay
There's
that
no
way, I
adverts
bet.
in the show, but we will need you to use the advert buttons to play in a little bit of archive footage. They're automatically loaded for you, so you just hit A, B, or C at each break.
How do I know what's on what?
Look to your right and select the fax paper.
Okay, so the top three are all clips from Just the Job in the 70s. Second clips are all PT from the 80s. And we just pick A, B, or C when the advert buttons flash. Simple.
Show starting soon. Good luck. Try not to fuck it up, Dave.
I'm going to take the microphone out of that fucking phone. Right, best DLC ever. Here we fucking go.
Why do I need...
At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multi-millionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue. It's not the millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts as it's time for Wayne the Spirit Whistle to lead another terrifying exploration in Live and Spooky. And tonight, they'll be asking if the old brewery in Arsmith...
Yeah, I realise that, Eric, but my therapist has made it clear that I perform best when we have a plan and we stick to it. So I suggest you don't make any last-minute changes, as it's my intention to stick to our pre-arranged script. Is that all right with you, Eric? Actually, I don't care. I'm a leaf in the wind. And as we're going out live, there's really sweet fuck all you can... Yeah, standing by.
I guess this is going to be irrelevant again.
Good evening, I'm Eamon Titley. Good evening. Behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's been brought here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job. But as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds, places. 10
it's time.
Seconds, places.
Let's start the show.
Going in 5, 4, 3, 4, 3.
Okay.
When you're feeling hopeless, you just can't work things out. I've got just.
Of course, we have to open with this shit. I hate these musical
When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just the job. This is when you're sat at home one sunny afternoon. I'll bring the great big toolkit and shut up your gloom. Well, it might look pretty daunting, but believe me, you got room, 'cause it's just the job.
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff.
What?
Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, and I can't really believe it myself. We are back for this special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job.
I'll get it. Save you having a look away. My DLC, my rules.
Hi, Dave. It's Eric. Just wanted to say break your leg. Better look after our little show.
Of course, mate. No worries, you're 100% safe with me.
It pretty much runs itself, to be fair. Just clap the guests on and off, and well, it's a family show, so keep that bleed finger at the ready.
Oh, don't you worry, mate.
Oh, was I forgetting to do that?
That's vaguely threatening. Gotta go. Stand by, Eamon.
At the mighty Bevel.
Go, Eamon.
Because you would
Yeah, bye.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You fucker, you naughty fucker. Frank, did you know? But look at that face. You fucking did, didn't you? Fuckers, the lot of you.
Why am I not surprised?
You thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion
Still think they should
episode
have
of Just
gotten
the
Jeremy
Job.
Clarkson to do that role.
But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Come on, let's get you back to the studio.
All the way along.
We're all fine. This way, Peter. Mind a step there now.
Honestly, I'm a huge fan of your show. I think it's incredible. I'll never believe it. People didn't know.
He's loving this, viewers. I didn't believe it. Here we go. Right in there, Peter. I am absolutely brilliant.
I haven't been this species since I was about 3 fucking years old.
Oh, lovely family show, Peter.
Yeah, well, they know what I'm like, mate, don't they?
There we go. Lovely. Hello, darling. Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much indeed.
For Prime Minister. Have you voted? So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon, how long have you been planning? Eamon?
What kind of name is that?
Peter Gordon Clement. You were born October 10th, 1923 in the northern town of Rotherham to Fanny and Martin Clement.
Christ, was it that long ago?
We didn't have much back then, but where there's lard, there's lube, as they say at the butchers.
That's right. They got up at the crack of dawn to make the journey down to the capital by coach. It's your infamous old man and her long-suffering husband. Ladies and gentlemen, Fanny and Martin Clement.
Oh, I guess I was forgetting to do that. Just whatever.
Lovely to have you both here. So, tell me, what was life like for young Peter in the Clement house?
It was same as every other house. Nothing special about it.
Even back then, you could tell our Petey were bound for an audience. He used to make up little plays and make us all gather round and watch them. Do you remember, Martin?
Aye, bloody long they were.
But if you got a pretty chuff, you should wave it in the fellas' faces, as they say down the tits.
What?
And our Petey
That's a
were
where?
always waving his chuff about.
Huh?
After all, if you weren't going to have it stuffed,
You shouldn't have had it trimmed.
Is that a British word for dick or something?
Clement there with the first bits of your life.
Yeah, I guess that's accurate for boomers.
It's 1938 and you're a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you've got quite the reputation as a ladies' man.
oh, Jesus, you haven't got Jan Sandwich here, have you?
Even better. Who's this?
I remember you slipping me tongue and giddle round back at your nan's house. Or you reckoned it were your first kiss, but me, I could tell it weren't. Mind you, it turns out you said that to all girls, but we loved you anyways, because you were a charming man.
Well, Christ, it could be any one of them. Is it Patty Cakes?
It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bones!
That's a name.
Cracking, that's my type of girl.
You can tell me anything, Dave's type of girl.
You know what? All right. Okay.
Let me.
Yes.
I'll take that one.
Chelsea. Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
Petey.
Hello, pets.
Hey. Oh, look at you.
Why don't you take a seat?
Here, is that all right?
Yeah, take a seat.
Here.
And So, Chelsea, let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in young Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
Oh, well, that's easy, Pet. You see, our Peter here, he always had a surprise up his sleeve. So, do you know what he did after our first date? No, of course you don't, so I'll tell you. That first date, he smuggled me back into school where we used to go to. I haven't been back there since I'd left, but somehow, I don't know why I found it a surprise, but he'd gotten hold of Master Key and he'd made this lovely little nook under school stage, and there were cushions and a sleeping bag and all these candles and no, weren't what you lot are thinking with your butter mind. No.
Bullshit on that one.
Perfect gent. He kissed me. By it, did he kiss me? But he never pushed his luck. Nope. Do you know what he did? Nope. I'll tell you. Kid you not, he read to me from a book that he nicked out school library.
Who steals from the school library?
He kissed me, he read to me, and then he walked me home. Because he was a class act then, and he's a class act now.
Oh, bless you, Pet. Do you remember what the book were?
Aye, I do. And I also remember that thing what you do with your hands.
Steady, now, you'll get me into trouble with Mrs. C.
Chelsea bonds, everybody!
Hey, chicken!
I will see you in green room.
Not if I see you first.
Don't even know what a bloody green room
No,
is.
before we bring our next guest on, let's have a look at some classic Just the Job. It's on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to watch.
Favourite memory.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'll take a look at that monitor. I can't see a thing without my glasses.
Never mind.
I do remember this one time, it was the height of our second run. By this time, we knew each other way too well. Anyway, we got towards the end of the show.
Everything okay?
I remember this one, LJ's sulk for a week. Good choice, Eric.
Not my choice, if I'm honest. Can we reset, please?
I didn't get you into too much trouble with the folks on Kids TV. Popstar Skinny, whose new single, Dimples on My Cheeks, comes out on Friday. And of course you, our wonderful viewing audience, without whom we would just be two men aging disgracefully in a large shed. See you next week.
Before we go, sorry PC, thought somebody would have told you. There is someone else.
I think a lot of this is just crap you can give in the challenge mode. Maybe.
Be, LJ? Someone who's been with us right from the very start, PC, through thick and thin.
Me ma'am?
Actually, it's his birthday.
Would it be somebody whose birthday it is today?
Yeah, and it's his birthday today. Frank, come on over here. We've got this up.
Come on up here, Frank. Come on.
This is Frank, our long-suffering floor manager. And I'm not ashamed to say that I love this man.
Yeah, even if this guy's a communist, at least he's a regular person, unlike freaking Julia.
And we have got you this. Well, I bought it, actually.
Oh, lummy, what a beauty. Look at the detail on that icing.
All these miniature marzipan figurines. It's so intricate. Well, it's from that place in Frampton Square. They're famous for it. And I know you collect miniatures, so it seemed right somehow.
Gosh.
It's going great, I think. Everything's smooth, called to plan.
Yeah, well, he's been in the game for years. I used to work with him on Peter, you know. Lovely guy. I was a runner for Dorothy Hammerman. She scared the shit out of me. I loved him, though.
He's backstage.
Yep, saw her in the corridor. Hopefully she didn't see me.
You hiding from one of the guests, Eric?
10 seconds, everybody.
It still makes me laugh to this day.
Yeah, all right.
Of course.
She scares me a bit.
It wasn't that funny in the end.
Going in 5,
cake had
4,
nuts in it.
3.
And I'm pretty badly allergic, so...
Fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And across so many of those shows, there was always one man by your side.
Show me up!
That's right, a man who needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway.
When did this
Your
turn into Home
sidekick for
Improvement?
almost 13 years, little Jimmy Chisholm!
Fuck me, they put him back in his old outfit. What a prick.
Yeah.
I go by Jim now, mostly. I go by Jim now, mostly.
Ah, together again, eh, lads? This has got to be bringing back some memories, eh?
It certainly does.
He looks like a stoner.
Not all of them good ones, eh, Pete?
Ah, we had our moments, LJ. I'll give you that.
Well, Jimmy, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight into this bit of Peter's life. What are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and the off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Well, you know, Eamon, there's really not that big a difference. I mean, Pete's not pretending to be anything. He is what he is, and what he is a massive...
Steady now.
Prankster.
He said prankster, not wanker, in case you didn't get it.
I've lost count of the number of pranks he's pulled on me over the years, both on and off screen.
Actually, we've got a little bit of footage here which shows us exactly what you're talking about. Let's roll it there.
Yeah, prank war.
Let's get those nails in good and tight, shall we, little Jimmy? Sure thing, Pete. Tool me up. Here you go, pal. Make sure you hit it good and hard.
Oh man, this is Boomer Home Improvement. I don't get it.
Oh, Jimmy, what have you done to yourself now?
God, I remember that when we sabotaged the hammer. It took us 3 hours to set that one up.
Yeah, and about 6 weeks before I could walk without crutches.
Oh, God, those crutches, they were always getting in the way. Were they?
Oh, he flat out hit himself, okay.
Well, that's the last
I know that's a
footage
fake
you find
camera.
of me wearing sandals. I mean, my feet are grotesque now. Children get upset.
Yeah, steel toe important.
Little Jimmy Chips and everybody.
It's Jim now. Never mind.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was there, on those very battlefields, that the strangest of friendships was born.
They asked me to say something about you. This is what I write. Only 10 words. Big man, tiny penis, shitty golfer, once saved my life.
I don't have to correct penis,
It's your friend
okay.
of over 40 years, the current Kyrgyzstanian ambassador to the capital, Ivan Vodovich!
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
Come here, you prick! You horrible bastard! Oh, this Kyrgyzstanian Special Reserve. The guys at labor camps drink it to keep ice out of their lungs. Here, it put how you say, hair on your balls. It's
I don't think that's the right.
It should be balls. Here, up your bottoms.
And also up yours.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you. So, tell us, what's it like being friends with Peter Clement?
Jesus Christ, you can clean grout him with that. Peter Clement, very annoying man. He drink too little and talk too much. But in time of crisis, he's no one better to have by your side. Also on golf course, where he make you look good with his terrible stroke.
There's nothing wrong with my stroke.
You stand like man trying to find his tiny penis. Oh no! Where is penis? No, is this it? No, it's blade of grass. It's too big for penis.
You want to watch it, pal? If I win this election, you're going to be in trouble.
If you win this election, I shave off all my hair.
I'll take that bet.
Ivan Vodovich, everybody!
Well, you did
it. I'll see you after show, yes sir. We finished bottle.
Yeah, good idea, Peter. I've been meaning to clear the paint off that garage for a while now.
You insult the Kyrgyzstani glorious special reserve. Be careful you not start another war, my friend.
Never again. Never ever again. And that is a
Peter Clement promise.
Interesting, man. It wasn't just the job that the nation took to their hearts. Starting in 1977 and running for nearly 7 years, you brought your inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey.
I fucking love that bloke.
Let's take a look at a clip now. Let's take a look at a clip now.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Look.
Same monitor as before?
Absolutely.
Suppose you saw that.
Classic television.
I'm looking in the script here, Eric, but I can't seem to find it.
Find what?
No, I can't seem to find
Yeah,
where it
that was
says
my
pour
bad.
2 shots of vodka on Eamon's chair.
Right, I get it. Debbie, can we...
Doesn't bother me. I'm a leaf in the wind, even if the guests aren't.
Right you are. It's since received a calling to ministry and became a rising star in church circles instead. Peter's always been a fan of his, and the socialites. He'd always regretted not meeting him. It was supposed to just be an interview. Penny for him.
If you were a pop star, Eric, a genuine cocaine, groupies on the tour bus level pop star, would you give it all up to be a priest?
Oh, I don't know. Probably as crazy as giving up a 5-night-a-week chat show to become a politician.
Ha! I'll drink to that.
A few years ago, when you were a pop star. Nah, my misspent youth.
Oh, no thanks, I still need my job. Can we reset, please?
Anyway, back then, you agreed to go on Just the Job to do a little thing called I'll Drink to That. Do you remember that?
Yes, I saw the first two, and I remember feeling very strongly this was something that might come back to haunt me.
Well, you're not wrong about that. Play the jingle. Right, Archbishop, it's a very simple game. I'm going to read out a series of statements to you. If you agree with them, you shout out, I'll drink to that, and you down one of these glasses of holy vodka that we've laid out for you.
You know, I've not seen an array like this since the socialites played in Sandham Arena.
Oh man, what's the long timer?
Can you confirm that you're doing this of your own free will and that we're not blackmailing you or coercing you in any way?
Not coercing, no, more like ambushing, but we really want to turn down a challenge, and after all, our good Lord even enjoyed a tickle from time to time. The judge isn't all jumble sales and child abuse, you know.
Let's play! Cats are better than dogs.
Clearly you've not met my poodle Beelzebub.
No? Alright. Coffee is better than tea.
Now that's clearly heresy.
For the British, that is heresy.
You know what that is, do you?
I'm rather fond of country music these days. But gosh, that broke a few miles amongst our old fans, I'd imagine.
Billy Bob Jean
I don't particularly care for either.
Do What I Say or Go Back to the Basement is better than Graham Bannon's classic hit from the 50s, If You Won't Be My Lady, Lady.
Better than Graham Bannon? I'll drink to that. Over the game.
Y fronts are better than boxer shorts?
I'll drink to that.
Fantastic. We're learning a lot here. A bacon sandwich is better than fish and chips.
Oh, that's a tricky one. Sauce on the sandwich.
If you like.
I'll drink to that.
Girls are better than boys?
Bloody drink to that.
Language, Archbishop. Charity is better than thrift?
Nah, that's a bit theosophical. That's a bit deep. The shots go straight to my head.
I can see that. We obviously thought that you were going to be sober at this point.
Well, you can take the boy out the socialite, but you can't take the Archbishop out of the boy. Right, wait,
I don't even know what the hell's going on.
God is better than all of us.
This is fucking great.
Well, I'll drink to that.
You'd think getting smashed on live television would have ruined the Archbishop's career, but it actually did the opposite.
Eric!
He's more popular than ever now. And of course, the
Anyone seen Eric?
Eric? He's not here, mate.
I get the feeling I'm missing something because, like, this is pretty basic.
I can't hear what
the
you're
last
saying,
DLC
man.
had some shit going on in it.
3, 2.
Like, it's alright, but it's basic.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably, someone else did all the work, didn't they now?
Peter Clement to the set, please. Unless you've already surrendered your bollocks at the front desk.
Jesus, Horatio, Jim Smasher Christ! No way!
Yeah, it's your producer for over 7 years. Now the chief executive of Channel 3 and one of the 10 most influential women in media for the 3rd successive year with the 5th Bits of Your Life, ladies and gentlemen, Dorothy Hammerman!
Congratulations on the new job, Dottie. You deserve every bit of it.
Yes, and good luck with yours.
Well, I haven't got it yet.
Of course you do, darling.
Well, I haven't got it yet.
But you were his producer on PT for over 7 years. What's your favourite memory from that show?
There have been so many, but I think, yes, every evening on the hearth before the show, we would meet at the side of the stage for our little ritual.
Well, I persuaded her it was a northern ritual, but the real truth of the matter is, it was just something that me and Sid used to do before the war.
We'd have a toast, like this. We'd have a toast.
Here's one finger for the north, and two fingers to the south, and we can all apologise tomorrow.
And that was the secret of our 6 years at the top, Eamon.
Dorothy Hammerman, everyone!
Thanks for coming.
I wouldn't want to live in a world without you, sweetie.
Oh, I got news for her.
And so, to last year, when you surprised the entire country by announcing you were giving it all up to form a new political party, and because the final bits of your life is always about the future.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for?
Your co-founder in advance, and possibly the next Prime Minister,
and his killer,
Miss Julia Salisbury.
Like, I know I didn't show it, but in one of the pads, she flat out admits she fucking killed him.
It's lovely to be here. I grew up watching bits of your life as a child. It's about time you got round to Peter.
Well, thank you for taking the time out from your campaign to come and speak to us. Let me ask you this. Is Peter Clement really a good fit for politics?
Careful, love, it's a bloody trap.
Well, he's not what you'd conventionally think of as a politician. Huntleton demonstrated his colourful vocabulary, and he's partial to a tipple from time to time.
It is true, like to hold me town halls in public houses, yeah, that's true.
But haven't we had enough of those perfect politicians with their impeccable lives, with no character flaws because they have no character at all? Surely after Hamilton Man and his perfect veneer of respectability, we're starting to see that there is perhaps something dark behind the mask of privilege.
Hey, no speeches from you. You're supposed to be talking about me.
Peter doesn't wear a mask. What you see is what you get. You might not always agree with what he says, but you'll always know what he thinks. Because he's honest. And he keeps me honest. And I think, in the end, that's what's so amazing about Peter Clement. He makes us all a bit more honest.
Sure he's like you.
Well, viewers, coming up, we've got a little bit of a treat for you. But before then, let's take a look at the current Peter Clement. Now, this is you, last week in the debate. And viewers, if this is anything to go by, the future's looking pretty bright. The future's looking
I think we have ably demonstrated these past 7 years that we are truly the party of commerce.
Well, then why does the Business Enterprise Foundation support our fully costed manifesto, eh? Tell me that.
Your party can't be trusted with the economy.
Well, we have moderate plans for steady growth.
Oh, listen to the pair of you competing for your master's approval. You're the party of economic stability. You're the party of business. So, who is left for the rest of us?
You're hardly a poor man with your TV career.
No, not now, no. But I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, Mr. Hamilton Man, or went to private school and then university like you, Mr. McNair. But you know what that does give me?
No, please don't say the common touch.
It gives me a bit of fucking perspective.
Please, control your language, Mr. Hamilton.
Actually, no, you know what? I am not sorry if the language that I use, the language of the ordinary people, is considered to be unsuitable or offensive, because it is just a word. Whereas these two will fuck up your life for a crumb off Remington's Vist's table, but they will use all the right words
when you make us sound like yobbos.
You are yobbos. You come in loud, you kick the country in the face, you nick all of our stuff to sell to your rich mates, and then you pat us on the head and expect us to be grateful for the doggy treat.
Unfortunately, it'll take more than earthy rhetoric to balance the books. What the electorate want is a strong economy.
And what the electorate want is to be heard.
Well, in just 5 short weeks, we'll find out if those words hold true. But for tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Take it away, boys!
When you're sitting listless in a dull and lifeless room, I've got just a job. When you need a friend to come and blow away the gloom, I've got just a job.
If you're feeling all backed up
or needing some repair,
I'll pop round in the morning when you haven't done your hair.
You suck.
Once he's finished banging misses, you won't even care. And that's just
the hell?
And we're out.
This goes to show what I always say, Eric. You want good, wholesome family entertainment, stick to the script.
You're not alone.
What the fuck? Is that it? No, this ain't right.
From inequality to indignity, advance have faith.
Well, apparently it is. I feel like I missed something, but I fucking don't know.
Who's this prick? No, stop this. Hang on.
Never mind.
Right, I've had an idea. Bear with me. We're gonna need.
Say that was interesting, but pretty limited in
Let's
interactivity.
restart the DLC and see if we can't improve it.
Like, I appreciate the backstory, but damn. That was pretty straightforward. I hope this fucking repeat's gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah, that's freaking Dave.
Start the main game. Got it? Hurry up. Right now, what I'm about to do is not strictly within my job description, so probably best we just keep it between the two of us. Right, that's a good start. Oh, and we're gonna need this. I'll handle the notes, mate. You can just fill in the gaps in your head. Right, we've seen what happens when the show runs in order. It's shit. Now then, let's see what the fuck's sake.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Bozeman.
I'm getting reports that there's something wrong with the calls machine.
No, all looks fine to me.
What are you doing, Dave?
It's all good, mate. If anything, I'm improving things.
Please don't do that, Dave. Just play in the
Damn it,
applause,
Dave.
pick a clip at the breaks, and don't touch the calls machine.
Good, he's gone. Let's touch the calls machine. Right, to get started, let's call any guest except guest 1. We can see who's in which holding area on this little screen. Julia Salisbury, the lawyer. Jesus, are you sure, mate? She's like beige in human form. Oh well, my DLC,
You get the shitty
your
one out of the way.
choice.
That's The Estate, tomorrow at 8:30. But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of Jacob Hamilton Mann, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick Banning. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multimillionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue: it's not the millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your
No,
seatbelt.
it was all 4 of them.
For Wayne
And her.
Discovery
It's like a
to
fucking
the
intervention.
terrifying
We're worried about you, Eamon. I mean, honestly, you have a couple of little episodes on live TV and...
A couple?
Was that?
Arsenminster is haunted by the
Really?
spirit of
5 of them? Jesus, that is a lot.
or whether it just smells
Yeah, anyway, where does she get off judging me? You know, she goes out, gets drunk every night. brings a different fella home. She doesn't even ask their names, and I'm unstable. Do you know what they sing about her around town? Aoife's worth a punt with her flappy little... Yep, standing by.
Very special episode of Bits of Your Life.
Good evening, I'm Eamon Tightly. Tonight, behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job, but as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds. Places. 10
It's
seconds.
time.
Places.
Let's start the show.
In 5,
Let's start
4,
the show.
3, 4, 3.
Drop the phone.
When you lost your mojo and you just can't shred your ass, I got just a job. When that stupid monkey won't stop clawing at your back, I got just a job. When your cold is drooping and your heart won't get home, I'll walk round in the evening with some screaming lead guitar. And this is it, I'll show you 10 new uses for a flaw, 'cause that's just a job.
What? Why?
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, I can hardly really believe it myself, but we are back for this special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And to be clear, it's the show that you remember, with me good old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course some special surprise guests from Just the Job's
Hello, my name is Dave and I'm an alcoholic.
Hello, Dave. My name's Eric and I'm a floor manager.
I prefer my hobby.
Some nights so would I.
Don't give up, Eric. We're only getting started on this one.
Wait. Hang on. Stand by, Eamon. And go, Eamon. Back in a sec, Dave.
Right you are.
Yeah, it certainly is, mate.
You naughty, naughty little fucker! Sorry, Peter. Hey, Frank, did you know about this? Ah, look at that face! Got you, fucking dick! You cheeky fucker!
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job.
I can't believe this.
But tonight, Peter
Finger slip.
Clement, these are the bits of your life. Let's get you to the studio.
I'm gonna fucking have you, fuckers! Hey, man, I can't bloody fucking dance with you about all the way along.
They're all fine. This way, Peter. Mind a step right now.
Listen, I'm a huge
Well, the point of the camera down there is if I can't scroll through manually.
Is it?
Anyway, just wanted to quickly say Eamon's a really great host. Really great. But he does tend to, how to put this, fall apart if you don't stick to the script.
I think that's the point.
The machine that normally does it is set to manual. So just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simple. Oh, there's Eamon. Gotta go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Already fucked that, mate.
I think that was the point.
So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon? How long have you been planning? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement, you were born October 10th, 1923 in the northern town of Rotherham. Fanny and Martin Clement.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for?
That's right. They got a bit of crack it on to take a trip down to the capital by coach. It's your infamous old man and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Who are you?
I'm Julia Salisbury.
Thank you, yes, mother.
Hello. Bless you.
All right, come on then.
Make her look stupid. I'm all for that.
They brought me on early.
Look on the bright side, you get to the pub quicker that way.
I wish. Got to get back to campaign HQ. The phone's been ringing off the hook tonight. And if I may, Eamon, viewers can call Advance with any questions after the show on capital 34156.
You got to write that telephone number down. I like a prank call.
So, what was life like for young Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Dave's the goat.
Well, obviously I wasn't there, but I'd imagine that there were a lot of similarities between the child Peter Clement and the man sat before you tonight, Eamon. Just like the adult Peter, I'd imagine that the 5-year-old version was headstrong, charming, and a lot more coherent before 8 p.m.
Not entirely sure what this path is supposed to be about.
Actually, that's rather good. Who are you?
I'm Julia Salisbury. Peter and I are running for Prime Minister.
Oh, that explains it. Yeah, I think I've seen your face on a bus stop.
Plausible.
Julia Blueberry, everybody!
Blueberry?
Very close to the election.
Oh, don't worry about it, you wouldn't recognise any of the other candidates either. He only reads articles about himself.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rothering Elementary.
Guess you gotta decipher the correct
you had quite
order.
the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
I'm gonna laugh if I get it right in the first try.
It's LJ.
Is it?
It's LJ.
Oh, well, that's off track a bit.
No, that's not the right guess. I'll scribble it out.
Okay, yeah, I am deciphering the
Beep,
correct
beep,
order.
pick a guest.
LJ.
So, Jimmy.
It's just Jim these days.
Excellent. Jimmy, let me ask you this. What do you think you could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his rise to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
I didn't know him as a child, Eamon, so it's difficult for me to say.
Right, yeah. Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody.
Is that it?
Little Jimmy Chisel.
It's just Jim.
Little Jimmy Chisel.
No, it's just Jim. No, Jim?
Not worth it, mate. Well, before we bring our next guest on, let's have a little look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
And reset, please, everybody.
That one, Eric.
That's the one.
It's hard to pick. There's so many of them. I do remember this one time. It was the height of our second run. By this time, we knew each other way too well. Anyway, we...
Everything okay?
I remember this one. LJ sulked for a week. Good choice, Eric.
Not my choice, if I'm honest. Can we reset, please?
Oh, I get it.
Ah, we've seen this one before. It's Frank's birthday. You can skip it if you like. Just press the advert button again.
Tiny replica in my office.
You see, Eric, there's on track and there's off track, you see?
Yes, Eamon.
And I'm not one to criticise, but I'm not sure which one this is.
Is that right, Eamon?
No, I'm pretty sure that we're not on track.
But you're not one to criticise.
Oh, no, nothing.
10 seconds, everybody.
But if you do want me to criticise...
Let's say no for now.
I guess it's gotta be
Going
relevant.
in 5, 4, 3.
And I'm pretty badly allergic, so...
Oh, fantastic memories there for one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And across those many, many shows, there was always one man by your side.
I couldn't say that. That would sound filthy coming from a lady like me.
That's right.
What?
It's the woman who should have been here for the last question. I can't remember her name. I think it's something to do with bosoms. Come on in. What's your name, love?
Oh, Chelsea Buns.
Chelsea. Hold on.
Chelsea bonds, you haven't aged to Chelsea.
And you are still a bloody liar, you charmer, you.
Married?
Charmer, you. If Mr. Right never came along, and if he did, well, I probably missed him anyway.
Sorry to
Hey, don't you go mithering about that. I have plenty of Mr. Wrongs in my time.
Well, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique...
Pick a guess, machine's bleeping.
What would you say are the main differences between the on-screen and the off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Well, the on-screen version, he wouldn't be so quick to slap your ass if you bent down too near him.
Oh, you better ask LJ about that one.
Yeah, well, we would have if he'd actually come on when he was supposed to, but he didn't. And we'd have shown the clip. No point now. Cheesy boobs, everyone.
It's Chelsea Bull.
All right, love, I'll take cheesy boobs. Who don't like cheese?
Oh, boobs for that matter!
I will see you for the song.
Yeah, it'll be about 2 minutes at this rate. It'll be about 2
Now, where have I heard that before?
Cheeky cow. Cheeky.
Damn.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Give me that woman!
Martin, behave! Martin, behave!
Jesus, Horatio, thumb fuckers, right! Let's just go in!
Well, it's not him, it's some drunk old bloke called Martin, and I presume you're his carer. We're already off track, just play the music. Are you with him?
We're Peter's parents, Pet.
Hello, man.
Hello, love. We'll be right there.
Yeah, let me take that, or why don't you get him over there?
Oh.
Damn, calm down there, Sean Connery.
Sorry about your dad, Pet. We should have been on first, but something's gone wrong, and while we were waiting, you know how your car is.
I'm gonna miss the snooker for this shite show.
Thank you for joining us. What's it like being friends with Peter Clement?
Jesus, Horatio Knob smuggler Christ! What a fucking ridiculous question!
Just sticking to the script.
We're Peter's parents, Pet, but if I had to guess...
Don't guess, Fanny! If you don't know, say you don't bloody know!
I don't know.
Mr. and Mrs. Clement, everybody! Mr. and Mrs. Clement, everybody! Yeah,
That beeping means pick a guest. I suppose you've worked that out by now.
That's a waste of time!
It's not his fault.
Don't worry about it, man. I can stick up for you.
And don't think I didn't notice your tone earlier, Martin Clement. We'll be having words on the coach.
All I wanted to do was watch the bloody snooker.
Right, when you zoom in on the pad like that, the whole of the rest of the game pauses, so you've got a little bit of time to think. Don't know why they didn't put it in the main game. Lazy.
Don't know why they didn't put a skip function in the main game.
But of course, it wasn't only Just the Job that the nation invited into their hearts. Starting in 1977 and running for nearly 6 years every weeknight, you brought that incredible Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's look at a classic moment now.
Oh, shit.
And a couple of minutes back.
Oh, I want to skip
Same
anyway.
monitor as before, Eric.
That's it.
So, 4 guests in, and we're clearly off track. What's your plan, Eric?
Early retirement in San Palmarino. It was like a family. Until it wasn't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure regular viewers will have noticed there's been something a little different about tonight's show.
Honestly, let me skip it.
We have celebrities, politicians, people you've heard of that you know.
Everything okay?
Oh, wait,
Do you think I did the right thing, Eric? Shutting it all down for a career in politics.
Of course you did, mate.
Written by your own heart.
If you win. Reset, everybody.
I've done a few things over the years where I can to help folks out. I've opened their checkbook from time to time, certainly, and I've tried to open my heart. But the thing is, ladies and gents, it's not enough. And it never will be. Not sat here doing this.
Guessing you gotta find the right order and what clips
You
to
might
play.
remember a few months ago when I had
Maybe,
an
I don't know.
impressive barrister here called Julius Salisbury. We talked about standing up to society's bullies. She inspired me, actually, and we've stayed in touch. And we've talked a lot. And we've concluded that there is only one way to help the sheer number of people we both aspire to. So,
What's the volleyball?
the program you've just watched was the last ever episode of PT. I'm sorry, that must be a shock. We've known it here for a few weeks now, but we didn't want to fuss on a star-studded final special episode. Just ordinary people. The people who need...
I don't know why they didn't put some sort of skip function in the main game. That would have made finding the endings a lot easier.
Over the coming years. And you'll be seeing me out and about, and I hope you'll all come and say hello and tell me what I can do for you. Because over the last almost 7 years, you've all done so very much for me. Dottie, get up here before I start welling up. This is Dorothy Hammerman, a woman who, despite never appearing on this show until now, has somehow managed to become a household name.
Seriously, I'd never do anything as desperate as booking myself onto your show.
It's not my show, it's yours.
But it's got your name on it.
It's ours.
Okay, it's ours.
Dorothy's off to take all the lessons that she's learnt here to shake up one of our rivals who I'm not going to give a free advert to.
Well, I will. It's 3.
As channel controller, Dorothy will be the most powerful woman in television.
It could still be a damn sight easier than putting up with your nonsense.
Dorothy Hammerman.
Get wrecked.
Well, I guess that's it. Over the last few years, I've poured my heart and my soul into this thing. Really, I have. And I've worked to the point of collapse on far, far too many occasions. I've tried to be honest about everything as I see
Eamon,
it.
just breathe, Eamon.
You fucking breathe. This show's been a shambles from the start. What is required now, Eric, is something significantly more than breathing.
What do you mean, Eamon?
It's expression, Eric.
Who's actually going to use that?
While you're ahead. Do you know that expression, Eric?
Please, Eamon, just think about it.
Oh, I will. I'm going to stand here and think about it, and you, Eric, you're going to go over there and do that thing you do with the stopwatch.
Last words, I couldn't love you more.
Jesus.
And then
Thank you.
we'll see what happens next.
Good night.
10 seconds. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Eamon, we're live. Eamon, we're live. Eamon.
Oh, he's done.
Eamon! Right, yeah, there we are. Sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, while you
What is this, liar, liar?
No, come on, Eamon. No, you're a leaf in the wind. You're a leaf in the wind. You're a leaf.
He's possessed.
Everything all right out there?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, you just stay where you are. Fine. Yeah, you just stay where you are. Piss off. If you like, honestly, I don't really care. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I am a mild man, really. I am, you know. I have many, many children, and I hardly ever smack them, even though sometimes they really fucking ask for it. Get back to the script. You see, that voice that you can hear, that's Eric, and his job is to make sure that the show runs smoothly, and as you've witnessed, he's not doing a very good job. Because you see, when Eric makes a mistake, you know, it's not him who looks like a prick, is it, ladies and gentlemen? No, it's me.
That's because you are a prick.
I'm the prick.
Yes, you are.
I mean, I trained at a serious drama school, you know. There's more to me than this horrible, this cruise ship jacket.
We're not doing the rest of the show then.
Nope. Sorry, Peter. No. Sorry, Eric. Sorry, Peter. Sorry, Eric. Can't do this anymore. No, I can't do this anymore. I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to be here. I didn't train for this. You know, I want to sing the big swing numbers. Come sail with me, come on, let's sail away. Let's say goodbye to the 9 to 5 down in Palmerino Bay. Dance break. Yeah, obviously it's better with the top shoes, you know. Yeah, obviously it's better, you know. It's perfect for a cruise around the bay. They say, come sail with me, come on, let's
You're gonna punch him.
Come on, Eamon. I think we're done here.
Right. Can I stop now?
If you like, mate.
Oh, no, wait. Your jigsaw. You've got to get that. Hang on, your jigsaw.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that the bits of my life are to remain incomplete.
I've always wanted to have it go on this fucking thing.
Which is probably for the best.
Hello, everyone! I'm some fucking stupid guest who's going to come out and tell you some vacuous anecdotes. Cue the music! Bits of your life. Bits of your life. Now, see, normally at the end, Peter, what we do is we give you a little portrait
Somehow I
side
don't feel
version
bad for
of
giving him a
this.
mental breakdown.
But I checked backstage, and surprise, surprise, there's not fucking there. So this time, we're going to give you this. Here, all you have to do. Well, that's fucking symbolic, isn't it?
Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I imagine this will be the last ever episode of Bits of Your Life. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we wish Eamon the very best for his retirement and his recovery. Whichever order they should come in.
That's really kind of you.
Play the music, boys.
I still gotta do this.
When you look around you and you're miles and miles off track, I've got just the job. Sometimes it's impossible to get the smoothest back, but that's just the job. It's difficult to contemplate, but contemplate you must. When church and state have failed you and you're trying to adjust. If you can't trust the telly, then there's nothing left to trust. Guess that's just
Trust the television, that sounds like a great idea. Why do I get the feeling that phone number is like an order I need to do?
You're not alone. Over the last year, more and more people have been looking to advance for answers and finding that we have them. From inequality to indignity, advance have fair solutions and the courage to implement them, even if we have to ruffle a few gills.
Petey, Petey, he's such a sweetie.
Right, let's see how we're getting on.
TV, it's such a...
Estate tomorrow night when Karen finds out if Sharon's half-sister is also Barry's long-lost brother, and Harry comes face to face.
I'm guessing I have to decide for that one individually.
But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of Jacob Hamilton Mann, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson-Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multi-millionaire, a nurse,
It's not even a phone number.
to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue: it's not a millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts as it's time for Wayne the Spirit Whistle to lead another terrifying exploration in Live and Spooky. And tonight, they'll be asking if the old brewery in Arspinster...
Yeah, I realise that, Eric. But my family have made it clear to me that my episodes are embarrassing for them, so I suggest we stick to the script so I don't have to face the ire of all 4 of my brothers. Or worse, my sister. Nothing more
late for
important
that
than
one.
family, Eric. Maybe one day you'll realise that. You can never persuade a lady to let you cough your muck up her... Yep, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Tytley. Behind me is a true TV legend, and now running for Prime Minister. Everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's been brought here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job. But, as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds. Laces. 10 seconds.
It's time. Let's start the show.
In 5, 4, 3.
No, I'm not doing it this time.
Just that job. Just that job.
Oh, you're not fine. It's a different song.
Just that job. Just.
When the skies are cloudy on a Friday afternoon, I've got just that job. Just that job. When it's all so dowdy that it leaves you sad and gloomy, I've got just that job. Just that job. Lady, when your handyman turns out to be a hound, I'll come and do it my way. Well, there's no one else around. I'll take my time, I'll be reclined, and then skip right out of time. 'Cause that's just the job.
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends, and yes, it's true, and I can't really believe it myself. We are back with this special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And just to be clear, it is the show that you remember with me old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course, some special surprise guests from Just the Job.
Dave's family planning clinic. Dry and itchy or angry and weeping?
What?
Your pardon?
Just passing the time.
We don't have much time, so...
You'd be surprised, mate. We have all the time in the world, in a way.
Well, you might. I'm on a bit of a time. Oops, hang on, Dave. Stand by, Eamon. And go, Eamon. Sorry, Dave. Back in a sec.
I'm going anyway.
It certainly is me.
You naughty fucker! Sorry.
Peter.
Frank, did you know about it? Look at that expression. You did, didn't you, you fucker?
Peter, You thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion episode of Just the Job. I can't believe this. But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Come on, let's get you back to the studio here. Okay. Eamon, I can't bloody get those bloody dance to do about it all the way along. We're all this way, Peter. Mind your step there. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm a huge fan.
Right, I'm back. Oh, it's colder than a non-stair out here.
I know, mate.
Apparently the call machine up there is somehow set to manual tonight. If you just leave it alone, it'll hopefully call the guests in the right order. So please leave it alone. Last time the guests came out in the wrong order, they even had an episode, and the show ran off the length. A lot of complaints about that. Oh, there's Eamon. Gotta go. Remember, don't give Eamon an episode. Bye.
Now, whatever makes you think I would do something like that?
Eamon, how long have you been back, Eamon? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement. You were born October 10th, 1923.
It's not crossed out, so it must be on the south.
Northern town of Rotherham. To Fanny and Martin Clement.
Told me up.
That's right. They got up at the crack of dawn to make the trip all the way down to the capital by coach. It's your infamous old mam and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement. You're not them.
It's Jim.
Right, yeah, let's get you sat down. Lovely to have you both. Lovely to have you here. So tell us, what was life like for Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Well, obviously I wasn't there for it, Eamon.
So this path is something about a long-lost brother.
Oh yeah, we're good friends. And from what he said, I get the impression Peter was a bit of a bully.
How long has this been going on?
Sorry, mate. Touched a nerve there, have I?
You know how it is with me and our Sid.
Oh, yeah. He's told me all about it. Have a good show.
Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody! In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, and already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Ladies' man, Peter Clement. Your penis so small, you need space telescope to know if it even exists.
Ah, fuck off, Ivan.
It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Ball.
No, it bloody isn't.
No, it bloody isn't. Some sort of rock and roll star.
This is Ivan Podovich, and one of my oldest friends,
Chelsea. Ivan, let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister?
You know, I listening before I come on your set, and I hear name Sydney. And I think I not heard his name in 25 years.
Let's keep it that way, shall we, mate?
To like good night at goat fight. Always bleating and snapping at each other. And then one day, poof, he gone. And just like that. And never spoken of again.
And that's the way I like it, Eamon. Should we get the next guest out?
Wait, first we open Erkistani Special Reserve.
Not in the mood, mate.
You okay, my friend?
Sorry. Not your fault. That's sorry. Meet in the pub after. Not your fault. Meet in the pub after.
Ivan
Vodovich.
Ivan Volodymyr, everybody.
Close enough.
Now, before we bring our next guest on, let's take a look at a classic clip from Just the Job. It's on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
Man, what made Ivan go crazy.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'm going for a gander. Get my mind off things.
He came down while we were on air. How insensitive is that? I took Peter to one side while Jimmy did his solo spot Jim's things. I didn't want Peter to hear it from anyone else. Anyway, what happened next is history.
Everything okay?
Is this some sort of fucking joke, Eric? Why would I want to be reminded of that?
I don't choose the plane. It's some bloke called Dave.
Oh, he didn't like that.
Dave in the broadcast room.
That's me.
Right. I'll remember that.
Damn.
Can we reset, please?
Shit. I'm gonna have to leave the country.
Yes, he is.
Not really, LJ.
What's the matter? You look like you walked in on your parents.
Leave it, mate. Leave it. We just had a fax from the higher-ups. Those who know better. I thought I might read it out for the viewers at home.
What's going on?
Well, I know what you're thinking. A fax? How modern! Well... To whom it may concern, latest viewer feedback from test audience. Show and host feel tired and past their prime. Show and host, fuck's sake. Sidekick looks like he'd rather be somewhere else most of the time. Fair point. Bringing Frank on camera regularly has not improved engagement. The audience ain't yet, Frank.
Jesus, Pete, my mum watches this.
The guests are mostly unknown to the audience. Then don't cut our fucking budget. You pay peanuts, you get these fucking monkeys.
I'm doing my best.
Look, it's not your fault, Gnashing Norman, but to be fair, you're a one and done act.
I've got range.
Have you?
No, not really.
New segments seem desperate.
Should we really be reading this out?
Well, of course they're desperate. We've been doing this show since you prosperous assholes were just a bulge in your pool boy's trap.
Whoa.
PC, think it through, mate. Under the circumstances, the prudent option seems to be curtail the current season to a contractually obligated conclusion in 3 weeks.
What?
Frank?
Sorry, Jimmy. It's true, mate.
3 more shows?
Yeah.
And then we're done?
Yeah.
How am I going to pay my bills?
Dunno, mate. No. I am not standing for this. You listen to me, you TV moguls. We're not standing for this. There are supposed to be
I think I found him.
15 shows
Who?
in this season.
Sidney, the brother.
15.
So?
He lives in the capital about 10 minutes from the fucking studio.
I'm not aware of there being any brother in the script, Eric, so, I mean, what's the point of us...
Eamon, fuck the script. This is the type of TV that people remember. The type that wins TV Nation Awards.
TV Nation Awards? Yeah, they're coming up, aren't they? Yeah, fuck it. Let's send Helen a taxi just in case.
Already on it. 10 seconds, everybody. TV fucking Nation Awards. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Of course. We're off the lot.
What fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And across many of those shows, there was always one man by your side. Oh, no, hang on, wait, he's been on already.
We didn't have much back then, but where there's a finger, there's fun, as they say at the confectioners.
Give me that woman. Son, give me that. It's your dad. The pricks have sent us on at the wrong ruddy time.
Yes, that's right. It's a man and a woman who need no introduction, but we're going to give them one anyway. It's your sidekick. No, look, it's clearly your parents.
Well, he's not as pissed off.
Well, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight into this bit of Peter's life. What are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Not much. They're both feckless ingrates.
Martin Clement, you take that back. He's your own flesh and blood.
Shut up, woman. Blithering on with your nonsense. Shut up, woman.
I think everybody thinks they know our Petey, but no one knows him like his mam does. I know him better than he knows his own foreskin, as they say at the bar mitzvah.
He was just about passable when he was younger. Not a patch on his brother, but you don't get two like that.
We're ever so proud of him. He's like the first cock of the spring, as the airmen say.
Well, apparently we have some archive, never-before-seen footage of you, Peter, with your mysterious brother, on the Just the Job set.
What is this, Eamon? Fucking ambush!
Oh, he's proper angry now.
All right, Pete. All right, our Sid. What we're due to the capital.
Had to hand deliver some contracts, Mr. Barrington. Thought I'd make the most of it and see the whole show in town.
Oh, you flatter me.
It's that fellow at the Royal Grange, right?
Oh, you cheeky bugger. Where he's at?
Oh, they're just going to slip us in at the back, I think. We didn't have tickets.
At the back? Like fuck they will.
Oh, don't make a fuss, Alfie.
Frank, I want the best seats in the house for my two very special guests. This is my brother, and this is my brother, and this. Oh. Welcome.
Oh, God, I'm forgetting my manners. Peter, this is the lady I was telling you about.
The one that has you enamoured. I can see why.
I'm not afraid to say you're probably looking at Mrs. C.
Undoubtedly.
You seem close.
They were.
Seem close.
Until he went to that capital and became one of you TV ponces. Abandoned his brother.
He abandoned me. He walked away.
Because of what you did, you sneaky little shite.
Damn.
Well, as they say at the laundrette, the past is like a spunky jumper.
Jesus Horatio, Grimmicker Christ! Will you shut up, woman, and let me speak?
Oh, so much for that. Shit.
Go on then.
I forgot what I was going to say. 6 and 2.
With all your fussing up, I forgot what I was going to say.
I called it.
Fanny and Martin Clement, everybody. In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Don't worry, darling, we can still get this show on track.
Oh, Christ. I think we all know that voice. At the wrong time in the show, ladies and gentlemen, a woman with the power to destroy us all, Dorothy Hammerman! Hello, Mrs. Hammerman.
You're very lucky you didn't call me even earlier. I'm having a very difficult day, so just be glad I've had time to calm down and be in a more personable mood. However, the organisation on this show is a farrago.
Yes, ma'am. It's Dave in the broadcast room. He's just fiddling with the machines.
I wouldn't say fiddling. I'd say more like meddling.
Carry on. Here, take this and put it in there, shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just don't like talking about our Sid.
Well, I know you don't, but suck it up, because it might well make you Prime Minister. Okay, sweetie? Prime Minister. Okay, sweetie?
Well, wait for that.
Let me ask you this. What's it like?
The last time that I saw Sydney and Peter together was in 1960 at Peter's wedding. Well, Sydney was sat at the front, and I was just starting out at that time. We all were, but I knew I had to get an invite to new TV sensation Peter Clement's Wedding of the Year.
Well, hardly. It was a small chapel near Rotherham.
Yes, well, everything was going fine until the reception, when, between songs performed by that dreadful band you booked, the two of you could be heard screaming obscenities in the car park. Well, I came back in after a few minutes as if nothing had happened and grabbed Mrs. C and started dancing the lambada, if I remember correctly, which, as you know, darling,
You always do.
I always do, don't I? Well, Sydney drove off, and rumour has it that you never spoke again. Is that true?
Why are you telling everybody this?
But it's ratings, darling. Ratings. So,
Brutal.
the question I have for you, Peter, what the hell were the two of you rowing about that night?
Well, it's just that I usually ask the question.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, what do you want to say?
No, actually, that was very good, yeah.
No, sorry, Dotty viewers. But that conversation were private, and that's how I think it should stay.
Dorothy Hammerman!
Your favourite! Private! Still, your funeral or election?
It wasn't only just the job that the nation invited into their hearts. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for almost 6 years, you brought your own inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at that now.
And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before.
He used to call him a ventriloquist. He can't even be asked to throw his own voice.
Any news? We're still trying. It's 50-50.
He was hugely popular with the viewers. Loved in the country. One morning, Dorothy and Peter absolutely screaming at each other in their office. Even with the door shut, you could hear the swear words. It actually wasn't.
Are you always getting proper pissed off?
Really trying to piss me off now?
I don't choose. It's...
Yeah, I remember fucking Dave.
Can we reset everybody?
Are you going to be all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just don't bring that fucking Polly on, or I'll burn the fucking studio down.
Peter storms out. He slams the door. And Tim Hill, who was on the show that night.
Our next guest, or should I say guests, is sure to be a bit of a handful. Expect the unexpected. From Tim Hill and Polly. She's a bit protected. No problem. Grab a chair. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's happened. There's normally a table here. Oh, don't worry about that. She likes it up close and personal. I bet she does. What's wrong, Paul? She says you should apologise for casting aspersions on her character. Oh, right you are. Sorry, Paul. She says you should apologise with a kiss. Careful, you thing, you'll get me into trouble with Mrs. C. She says she's not afraid of Mrs. C. I can't say that. But I can't. She says she's got nicer legs than Mrs. C and I need her.
Watch yourself, pal.
I told you we wouldn't like it. Mrs. C is a very private person. I would thank you both. Leave her out of this.
I think that's all the ads I saw.
Quiet, you lot. She really is awesome. Oh, for pity's sake. Like that. Yeah, I can see she does. Yeah, take it easy there. It's not me. It's her. She must really like it.
That's creepy.
Watch it there, pal. Oh, hey, Dotty. Hey, yes, that's my... No, stop. And we must have touched a nerve there. That's not the only bloody thing you touched.
Damn.
There better be a bloody apology. You can't just go around...
Why do I get the feeling something like that's actually happened?
She says, if that's your J. Johnny Johnson, she feels sorry for Mrs. C.
Oh, damn. I guess Ivan was right.
I'm on last. Capital traffic, it's hard to say. We may have to bump the song.
Oh, fuck the song. TV Nation Award.
TV Nation Award.
What can I do?
Go long into the next interview. The ratings are great. Yeah, we can overrun.
10 seconds, everybody.
Who's on next?
Fuck only knows. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably someone else did all the work, didn't they now?
Well, I don't know about taking the credit, but I'm hoping to share in the trust.
With the fifth of the bits of your life, it's... Play the music!
Let's play the music.
Ah, of course, get Julie something.
Don't worry, Pet. They'll all know it soon.
Let's take a seat, shall we? Let's take a seat, shall we? Lovely, lovely to have you here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely to have you here. Lovely. So, Petey ran for nearly 6 years. Tell me, what's your favourite memory from all those shows?
Well, my earliest memory of Peter was actually from the news. I was a precocious child in the 50s, 1957, was it, when you cycled the length of the country for charity? Can you believe you even did that?
Still got the dicky knees to prove it.
And then by the time that Petey was on, well, I was very busy with my legal career, so I rarely got the chance to see it. But I remember the one with the sexy ostrich.
Man, she really was a lawyer. That explains so much.
Everyone does.
I hate that clip. That man still makes me bloody angry.
But I think the thing about that show was that it demonstrated that Peter could talk to anyone, from royalty to roughnecks. Everyone has the best brought out of them by this man.
Well, let's hope that's true for you too. Let's hope that's true for you too.
Awkward silence.
Do I go?
Normally.
Mrs.
Miss.
Saltburn.
Saltburn.
Salisbury.
Let's just go with Julie.
Julia.
Let's just go with Julie. So, what do you know about Peter's brother Sidney?
We have a brother.
We'll talk after.
How could you not mention your brother?
We will talk after.
We will talk after. Okay. We'll talk after. Okay. We'll talk after. Do I go now?
Jesus, Rachel, Tugger Christ, I'll do it. Julius Salisbury, everybody.
Oh, time to pick the next guest.
Man, he's pissed.
And so to last year, when you surprised the entire nation by announcing you were giving it all up to form your own political party. And because the final bits of your life are always about the future.
I remember you slipping me tongue in Gittle round back of your nan's house. Well, you reckoned it was your first kiss.
Well, obviously that line's not going to work. Let's just bring her out here. I met her earlier. Her name's Edna Kate or something. Just play the music.
Petey! Oh, come
Yes, all right, take a seat now. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out from your campaign to... Oh, no, not that one. Do you think Peter Clement is a good fit for politics? No, don't need that one. If we... So have you ever met Sidney Clement?
Of course I have, kiddo. Oh, those two, they were like that, inseparable. Oh, the amiable... Oh, what were it? The amiable rivals, that's what us girls called them. Oh, of course, you know, we'd all snogged at least one of them, but most of us had snogged them both. Oh, they used to get into right old ding-dongs over it.
More ways than one.
Oh, Petey, love. You really should speak to Sid again. He misses you.
He needs to apologise to me first for what he said about my wife at my wedding.
Look at us, love. Hey? We've both done a lot of time. I reckon we're over halfway. Please, don't let it be another 25 bloody years, sweetheart.
You'll never forgive me, Chelsea. Would you?
I'd forgive you anything, but I suppose I'm not a stupid, proud man.
We've been together for 25 years. He made me choose. So I chose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And that's hard, but if you really think about it, that's a lot more choice than you gave him, isn't it?
Right, end the cakes, everybody! Yeah, right, off you go that way, love. Fantastic. Well, we've got a bit of a treat for you, and for you. But first, let's take a look at the current Peter Clement. This is a bit of footage from you from the debate a few short weeks ago.
Every single study worldwide acknowledges that a society's most stable building block is the family.
Well, yes, obviously, we think that family is important too, but just, not in the way that you do.
We need to put in place policies that encourage families to stay together. Whose family? I beg your pardon? Your family, Jacob, with your estate and your nannies to wipe your ass?
Yes, nannies.
Or yours, Henry, where your children's education is factored into the budget?
But my parents were self-made.
Self-made millionaires, yeah, I know, I get it. And if I came from families like yours, I'd probably feel the same way too, but I didn't. I didn't get piano lessons. Our neighbours didn't complain about us because we had piano lessons. They complained about us because we fought. We fought and we fought. My dad tore strips off us with his bare hands and his belt.
I don't think you're supposed to go that far.
And there were times...
Like, I get it. The answer's always to whoop him, but come on now.
What I'm trying to say is that not all families should be encouraged to stay together. There are some cases where families should just simply be left to rot. And they're sticking two chubby fingers up to both of you for families first and families forever or whatever it may be, because they didn't stay together because they wanted to. They stayed together because they had to. Because the successive policies of both your governments meant do that or fucking starve.
Amazing footage there from the debate. Well, Peter, as you know, normally at this point in the show, we give the guests their picture frame and we roll end credits. But we're changing the format a little tonight and tearing up the script, which I have to say on this occasion actually feels quite thrilling, you know? Probably worthy of some sort of, I don't know, TV Nation Award or something, you know? Get on with it. Tonight, we're running over a little because we have a surprise seventh bit of your life. Hidden piece, if you like. You haven't seen him for 25 years.
Oh, fuck off!
Your brother, Sidney Clement!
Looks like a chemistry teacher.
All right, Al Pete.
All right, Al Sid. Looks like we're going to have our chat then.
Aye, looks that way.
So, lads. Lads.
Shut up, Eamon. Shut up, Eamon. So, what have you been up to?
Solicitor stuff, you know. You?
This sort of thing mostly. Running for Prime Minister.
So that. Good luck.
Mam's backstage with him.
Oh, that's good.
For God's sake, talk to each other.
talk to each other. What did you say to him at the reception? What did you say to him?
I made a prediction, that's all.
You called my word into question, and you insulted me, and you insulted my wife.
Maybe you should have thought of that before you stole her from me.
It was her choice. It was always that way. Always their choice. We agreed.
As children, maybe. Not as adults. Not as men.
It was her choice, our Sid.
I know. And I never should have said what I said.
Bloody awful prediction. What was it? A month? It'll be 25 years this anniversary. 25 years this anniversary.
Aye, well, she's quite the woman.
Aye.
She's quite the woman.
She is that.
Oh, it's so strange. Oh, it's so strange. Quarter of an hour ago, I was sat at home, watching this show. Watching that clip of me introducing you to. And I thought, I wish they'd had the camera on her face. Because as soon as she set eyes on you, I knew I was gone. And it's taken me a long time to come to terms with that. What you have that I don't.
It's just the job. Celebrity makes you sort of sparkle. I don't understand it, but it's true, nonetheless.
I really loved her, Pete.
I know. And I am sorry, our Sid. And it's taken me a long time to understand that.
Peter. These are all. These are the bits of your life.
I'm not sure what the fuck he was pissed off with, but whatever. I don't know how I managed to recover from that.
TV fucking nation of all! TV nation of all!
Almost missed that one.
Do you feel like every month costs more? You're not alone. Over the All right, well, we're not finished yet, but...
He's such a sweetie when he's
Yeah, I'm not doing all of those. Maybe I'll do one or two more.
It's such a...
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my child was sweet.
Oh, that is kind of worrying.
The age my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked my fence. So hard for me to remember.
Oh, it's gonna dump me back to the menu.
Welcome back, mate. Fourth time's the charm, and here's your fourth time through hint. Don't worry too much if you don't get a path right first time and you fall off track. Eamon will still have a tidy little nervous breakdown, that's always fun. And you can change what happens in those breakdowns by getting Peter Clement drunk, angry, or both. So even if you fuck up the main treasure hunt, there's still new stuff to see and fun to be had. Because it's my DLC, and I told them to spoil you rotten with content. And I have compromising photographs of the developers. Off you go.
I guess I could try going for that one again. Or maybe not.
And we'll be back on the estate tomorrow night when Karen finds out if Sharon's half-sister is also Barry's long-lost brother, and Harry comes face to face with the devastating loss of his hairline. That's the estate tomorrow at 8:30. But before before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look.
Let's get him drunk just to fuck with him.
At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of the J.P. Hamilton line, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick Bailey. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multi-millionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue: it's not a millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts as it's time for Wayne the Spirit Whistle to lead another terrifying exploration in live and spooky. And tonight, they'll be asking if the old brewery in Arsman's...
Look, I'm not getting into a fight with Dave.
Oh yeah, this one's going to be the fight part.
He's just counting, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I know. I'm a bit scared of him too. You know, a bit. And my face is more valuable than yours, so if anyone's going to get punched, it's probably better that it's you. You know, you'll probably get lucky. You'll probably just kick in the... Yep, standing by. Good evening. I'm Eamon Titley. Behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's here tonight to record a special reunion edition of Just the Job, but as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds. Places.
It's time. Let's start the show.
In 5, 4, 3.
I'm guessing the intro song is different, depending on which guest they bring out first.
When you're feeling restless and you just can't stay the course, I got just the job. When you smell an odor, but you just can't find the source, I got just the job. Get me in the morning on bright breeze jab. I'll take my great big plunger and I'll slip it down your trap. And once I'm finished pumping, this is your show, need a nap. 'Cause that's just the job.
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, I can hardly really believe it myself, but we are back.
Dave's House of Pain. Hello, Eric.
Right, okay. Welcome to Bits of Your Life team. Now, both Eamon and I were hoping to pop up and see you earlier, but, well, time got away from us.
I could hear Eamon talking to you, Eric, on the feed.
There's an election.
You heard all of that?
Yep.
There'll be no politics tonight. Not on this show, in fact. He's a Peter
bear with me.
Promise. So let's kick tonight off with a
And stand by, Eamon.
look at the mighty
Go, Eamon.
Because
One
you
second,
never
Dave.
know.
Just hold it
Just
right there, please.
Oh, come on.
It's you. Yeah, it certainly is me.
Oh, you naughty fucking... Sorry, Frank, did you know about this? Yeah, look at that face. Of course you fucking did. You fuckers.
You thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion edition of Just the Job. I can't believe it. But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Come on, let's get you back to the studio.
You fuckers, I'm gonna undo. I can't bloody believe those bloody gaps all the way along. They do.
They're all part of this way, Peter. Mind a step there
I didn't bloody know. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of your show. I think it's incredible. I'll never believe it.
I'm back. Oh, it's colder than ever.
None stare out here.
That was weird. Anyway, just a quick call to say...
Make sure I call the guests in the right order or Eamon has a wig out.
well, the words I would have picked, but basically, yeah, that's it.
Show's in safe hands, mate.
Evidently. Oh, there's...
Eamon, bye.
Yeah, bye.
That freaked him out.
Have you voted? So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon, how long have you been planning? Eamon?
Let's skip the intro.
Peter Gordon Clement, You were born October 10th, 1923, in the northern town of Rotherham to Fanny and Martin Clement.
I know, right? Fucking tearaway they made of you.
That's right, they got up at the crack of dawn to make the journey down to the capital by coach.
No, I didn't.
It's your infamous old mam.
No, it isn't.
And her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement. You're not dead. No. Let's just stick to the script, see what happens. You pop your piece in there and then head over to the sofa.
Rightio, Pet.
Hello, Pet.
Yeah, what are you
Make
looking at?
the best of us.
And not the worst. Chelsea bloody Bucks!
Peter bloody Clement!
Okay, lovely. Let's all take a seat now. That's great. So, lovely to have you both here. Let me ask you, what was life like for Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Well, I think, for both of us, really, it was about his father's, right? I mean, mine, he were never there because, what with work and the pub, of course. But I reckon that were a lot easier than it were for our Petey because his no mark of a father were always there.
Me mum kept him in line most of the time.
Yeah, she did, love. But, I mean, what about when she went to bingo or, when she took that part-time evening job?
I kept her safe.
Come on, Petey, love. I've spent my whole bloody life trying to make up for the lack of love off me pa, right? But, and I'm sorry to say this, love, but Petey here, he spent his whole life trying to make up for the lack of happiness.
Oh, that's not fair. I had a good childhood, for the most part.
You didn't, Petey. Sorry, love, but, neither of us did.
Well, that got serious quickly. Chelsea, what's your name?
Chelsea Buns. Do you want me number?
Chelsea Buns, everyone, with the first of the bits of your life.
So all right. Are you married? How many kids have you got?
No,
Time to pick the next guest, mate.
I did get pregnant once, but I couldn't keep it. It was during the war. I didn't even know whose it were, to be honest. But, then something went wrong, and then after that, I couldn't have any more. So.
Chelsea, that's awful.
Yeah, it is, look, but then that's life, isn't it? It is awful sometimes, but you just got to keep on fighting.
That you do.
Oh.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Well, it might not be what you were expecting, but you should still give it a jiggle out of politeness, as they say in politics.
Well,
it's me ma'am, Eamon.
Really? Oh, that's off track.
Okay, shouldn't have called that guest. I'll make a note.
How far back do I have to go? Oh, I guess it's back to the start.
And Harry comes face to face with the devastating loss of his house. That's The Estate, tomorrow at 8:30. But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1.
Oh, that's a bit annoying.
At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of Jacob Hamilton Mann, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick Boyle. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multi-millionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue, it's not a millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts as it's time for Wayne the Spirit Whistler to lead another terrifying exploration in Live and Spooky. And tonight, they'll be
No, I'm not getting into a fight with Dave.
Oh yeah, this one's going to be the fight
He's
part.
just counting, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I know. I'm a bit scared of him too. You know, a bit. But, and my face is more valuable than yours. So if anyone's going to get punched, it's probably better than...
Actually, you know what? If I'm going to go through another screw patch just to get him drunk, I might as well just start on a fresh one. See if there's another clue.
To Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of Jacob Hamilton Rye, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly related by Patrick Bailey. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multimillionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who's suffering the worst. Here's a clue. It's not the millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts as it's time for Wayne the Spirit Whistle to lead another terrifying exploration in live and spooky. And tonight, they'll be asking if the old brewery in Arstminster is...
Yeah, I realise that, Eric, but this isn't the news, is it? We're not reacting live to the politics here. This is a...
All right, this one's going to be all politics.
Family entertainment. Watching the politics is for lonely people who enjoy being perpetually disappointed.
Damn.
Personally, I'd rather take a cutthroat razor and cut the head off my... Yep, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Tightly. Behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's been brought here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job, but as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds. Places.
It's time. Let's start the show.
In 5, 4, 3.
When you feel lethargic and your life is monotone, I've got just the job. When the melody of life is nothing but a drone, I've got just the
Just doesn't seem like something a boomer should be doing.
If your woofer's dusty and it just can't raise a smile, I'll modulate your flanger and I'll twiddle with your dials.
That's not right.
Believe me, you will hit a note you've not hit in a while. That's just the job.
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, and I can hardly really believe it myself. We are back with a special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And just to be clear, it is the show that you remember. With me old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course, some...
Dave's Secret Society and Cult, how can we indoctrinate you today?
Interesting. Hi, Dave, I'm...
Eric, we've met.
Have we?
Don't worry about it, I'm very forgettable.
Are you?
Not fucking likely.
Okay, hang on a minute. And stand by, Eamon.
At the mighty
And
Bevel, because
go,
you
Eamon.
will be on
Back in a sec, Dave.
God's sake, no. It's you?
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You naughty little fucker. Sorry, Frank, did you know about this? Look at that, but you fucking did, didn't you? Fuckers, the lot of you!
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion episode of Just the Job.
I can't believe this.
But tonight, Peter Clement
These are the bits of your life! Come on, let's get you back to the studio.
You little fuckers! I can't bloody get bloody dance with you about it all the way along. They knew.
They're all gone this way, Peter. Mind your steps there now.
Bloody know. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of your show. I think it's incredible. I never believed it.
I'm back. Court's colder than ever.
None stare out here.
That was weird. Anyway, just a quick call to say...
Make sure I call the guests in the right order or Raymond has a wig out.
Well, not the words I would have picked, but basically, yeah. I said it, yeah.
Show's in safe hands, mate.
Evidently. Oh, there's...
Amen. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
That freaked him out.
Have you both? So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon, how long have you been planning? Eamon?
Man, I really wish I could skip that.
Peter Gordon Clement, you were born October 10th, 1923 in the northern town of Rotherham to Fanny and Martin Clement.
And his penis still exactly same size.
That's right. I think so. They got up at the crack of dawn to make the coach trip all the way down to the capital. It's your infamous old mam and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement.
He's Ivan Volkovich, ambassador of glorious Pakistan. The cards are on. Oh, you dreadful man.
You tyrannical bugger!
I bring special bottle for us, but they rush me on, and so I leave backstage. You visit me at hotel 415 Capitol Road, room 6.
Just note that address down in case we fancy a little drink after the show.
Lovely.
Oh, since I got another clue, maybe I'll do one more path if this one goes wrong.
Have you both here? So tell me,
Actually,
what was life like for people?
I should be able to do that
People
one
growing
now.
up in the Clement house?
Good peasant children, I imagine.
Who are you calling a peasant?
Poverty makes man. Hardship makes us hard. It's where word gets name, yes? Peter grow up in gutter.
Actually, Eamon, ours was the first household to have a television in our street.
It make him strong. And now he won't make your country strong.
No, mate. I want to make it fair.
Well, let's not wander into politics. Not that kind of show. I've involved the Irkistanian ambassador, everyone, with the first of the bits of your life.
You know, it don't matter if you make it fair or strong. You know, in 7 weeks' time, you'll be back at Grange, and I'll be waiting there to beat you at golf.
The polls would say otherwise.
This is why in Irkistan, we have all posters shot. You should try it.
Damn.
They're always wrong anyway. Turns out nobody missed them. Very popular fallacy.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Sorry we're late, love, but better late than up the duff, as they say at the docks.
Well,
it's me old man, Eamon.
It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bond.
You literally sit there.
Let me ask you this. Oh yeah, no, this still works, yeah. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister? Oh, great, straight back into feckin' politics.
Oh, we were a lovely child. And he stood up for what was right, always. He stood up to you too when you've been a great big bully.
Boy needed toughening up. There's more to life than singing songs and making up little plays.
He couldn't stand injustice, you see. You were like a red nonce in a playgroup to him. He had to try and fix it.
Always sticking his nose in everyone's business.
That's what you want in a leader. Someone who sees something wrong and makes it better.
Mr. and Mrs. Clement, everybody! Well, just before we bring our next guest on, we've got a classic clip from Just the Job. It's over on that monitor there, Peter, if you'd like to take a look.
So we're trying this new segment called I'll Drink to That.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'm going to take a closer look. I can't see that without my glasses.
It's an idea that Peter and Jimmy came up with at the pub one night, I think. Anyway, it was not going very well.
Getting drunk for the politics one. This should be interesting.
Oh, he's having a drink.
The following week we had Skinny, the pop star one.
Interesting choice.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, bottoms up.
Yeah, why not? Got to keep the old grey matter lubricated after all. Can we reset, please?
Pete and Jimmy, they had other ideas.
Well, it's time for a segment that the papers have called explosive and the prudes have called inadvisable, reckless and puerile. It's I'll Drink to That. Now, I want to say up front that our floor manager, Frank, advised us against doing this, didn't you, Frank?
Yes.
I did it twice, apparently.
Advised against doing this. It's a bad idea.
Get off the screen, Frank!
Come with it then.
Tonight's guest fancies himself as a bit of a handyman. It's everyone's favourite TV personality, it says here on the card, Peter Clement.
Good evening, LJ. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, I've never met you before, have I, PC? You don't mind if I call you PC, do you?
You can call me whatever you like, pal.
Not according to my contract. Well, if you've read a paper at any point this week, you know how this bit goes. So, shall I make a start? Total stranger who I've never met before?
Yeah, don't labour the point, LJ.
Cats are better than dogs.
I'll drink to that.
Funny, always have you done the dog first?
What can I say, Mrs. C likes a stroke of an evening?
I'm sure she does.
Whoa.
Coffee is better than tea.
Especially first thing in the morning.
You're supposed to say, I'll drink to that.
Oh, shite, sorry. I'll drink to that.
Apparently.
Yeah, I'll see what you did there.
I always said you had excellent eyesight.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Wait, that wasn't in rehearsals.
Skinny is better than Billy Bob jean shorts.
Never heard of either of them. So I guess I'll drink to that.
Skinny was in here last week doing this.
Oh, is that who she was?
Yeah, he's wasted.
Porn the way she kept banging on about her
Girls are better than boys.
And Mrs. C is the best of the lot, and I will definitely drink to that.
Ah, now this one's going to be hard for you because we both know how much you want that shot.
I do want that shot.
Little Jimmy Chisholm, popular and handsome daytime TV entertainer and master craftsman.
It doesn't say that.
That's what it does, honest, look. It says little Jimmy Chisholm and all that good stuff about me is better than fading amateur woodworker Peter Clement.
Fading amateur woodworker?
Dun, 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 dun.
Let me see that card.
See?
You've written that in pen, you cheeky bastard.
I'll drink to that.
It's all gone a bit political, don't you think?
Well, the bloke's running for Prime Minister. How do you think it was going to go?
It would help if we could stick to the script.
Well, Eamon, you are managing. 10 seconds, everybody.
No, we're not incisors, are we?
All devolved into a fight.
Okay, we're going in 5, 4, 3.
We never did do that segment again.
What fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV
That's
shows.
not what the tape says.
Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And across many, many of those shows, there was always one man by your side.
I may be many reprehensible things, Eamon, but I am certainly not anything as dreadful as a man.
Oh, Christ, that's Dorothy Hammerman.
You called me early. You used the
That's where
shower
the
of
feminism
soon-to-be
in the main
unemployed
came from.
delinquents. I will be calling Bozeman immediately after this debacle. Don't you worry. Eric, have a full production team list sent to my dressing room. Petey, sweetie, I'm sorry you're having to enjoy this clusterfuck. Wouldn't happen on 3. Eamon, do you have a question you want me to ignore?
Well, You're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight on this bit of Peter's life. What are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Well, that's actually a good question.
Oh, thank Christ.
There was this famous episode of Just the Job when I was just a runner. There was this old lady coming on, and her husband had recently passed on, and she wanted to finish making his last project. A shoe rack, I think.
Spice rack.
Spice rack, yes, of course.
Actually, yes, we've got a bit of archive footage which shows exactly what you've just been talking about. Let's roll that there.
Oh, sorry about my hands, love. They're so shaky these days.
Don't you worry, Pet. Let's get that stuck in that hole, shall we?
Cheeky boy. My Ernie loved to laugh.
Bit of a comedian, was he?
Oh, yeah. I always thought he'd end up on the telly. But he got something in his lungs, see, in the pits.
God, that's awful, Judy.
He hated that job. Dark and sweaty and back-breaking. Not fit for a person, he'd call it. But we needed the money, so he stuck it out.
Hard work.
Even when they cut the overtime, he stayed loyal. But when he started coughing up blood, they couldn't get rid of him quickly enough. Threw him on the slag heap. And the day he died, the very day, they cut the pension.
So we get by, Pet.
Well, the kids are trying their best to help out. It's been easier in the summer, but winter is round the corner and...
Outrageous. No one should have to... I tell you what, Judy. I'm going to pay you that pension. I'm going to pay it out of my own pocket, and I'm going to keep paying it as long as you need it. And that's a Peter Clement promise.
Touching stuff.
How long were you paying her, Peter?
Oh, bugger, I don't remember, a few years.
So generous.
No, not really, Eamon. It was barely a fraction of what I was getting paid to farce about on TV. I'm not joking, Eamon. Now it's changed for people like her. But you... Vicky, we're drinking at the Frampton. How's that just, mate?
Well, I could certainly afford to pay a little bit more.
And I've got more than I know what to do with. What about you, Eamon? Where's your cash?
I have a lot of children. Dorothy Hammerman, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
So, how much is it going to cost me when you know?
Oh, it's going to make your fanny clench, I promise you that.
Oh, well. Had a good run.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for? Oh, actually, that doesn't work.
It's your friend of over 40 years, the current Urkistanian... well, no, actually, no, we've had him. Yeah, play the music. No, still not true.
I'm Julia Salisbury. I'm running for Prime Minister.
Ah, that explains it. Yeah, I've no interest in politics. Over there.
Strange show.
It's just the job, I suppose. The whole industry is like this. You're getting used to it.
I'm not sure I want to.
Thank you for joining us. What's it
definitely
like to be friends with Peter Clement?
Well, are we friends?
I bloody hope so, or I made a dreadful mistake.
Well, they say that politics make strange bedfellows. Well, that couldn't be more true in our case. At first glance, it's like we're chalk and cheese, but dig a little and you'll find that we share the same core beliefs.
We both grew up poor.
Yes. I only went to Poshborough because of the grant programme.
Now abolished by Hamilton Man.
Yes, another rung of the ladder smashed out. When I saw the lives and experiences of the privately educated, trust fund children who make up more than 90% of Poshborough's intake to this day. Well, it really opened my eyes to what inequality really means.
This is something that Julia and I hold very dear. You see, there is enough cake for everyone, but these posh twats are hoarding more than they can ever eat.
Watch your language, Peter. The viewers will be phoning in complaints.
Ah, they've been bleeping me for years. Can't see it stopping anytime soon.
Julia something or other, everybody!
Always plays better than everything else. Or we're doomed.
To being acquaintances.
Worse. Colleagues.
Hey.
Well,
only he knew.
it wasn't only just the job that brought you into the nation's hearts. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for almost 6 years, you brought that inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at a clip now.
Oops.
And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before, Eric.
It's all gone a bit news, hasn't it?
You should expect when you interview the next Prime Minister.
Oh, drink again.
Penny for him.
If you were a pop star, Eric, a genuine cocaine, groupies on the tour bus level pop star, would you give it all up to be a priest?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably as crazy as giving up a 5-night-a-week chat show to become a politician.
Ha! I'll drink to that.
Well, no thanks, I still need my job. Can we reset, please?
Yep, this is the one where the Archbishop gets drunk. Let's skip over it. Press the add button again.
You okay?
Why wouldn't I be okay?
Ah, good, good.
Would I not be okay because thus far we've had every single guest out in the wrong order?
Right, so you're not okay?
Let's see how this next piece goes, shall we?
Well, at least you'll make the papers.
What's that now?
The papers. This political stuff, this is front page news, Eamon.
Front page?
Yeah, and probably pages 2 to 7. This is big, Eamon.
That's not going to age well.
You really should read the papers. 10 seconds, everybody.
What's the point? Can't do anything about any of it anyway.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably, someone else did all the hard work, didn't they now?
Now that's not how I remember it. Petey always did
Whoa.
his share of the work with me, if you get my drift.
Whoa, hang on a minute now.
I've no idea who that is. You?
It's on the tip of me tongue.
And it wouldn't be the first time.
Ah, I knew that was coming.
Oops, cheeky me.
Cherry slice.
I genuinely have no idea.
It's Chelsea Buns.
Of course it is.
Oh, play the fucking music.
Right, there we go. Take a seat. Petey ran for nearly 6 years. Tell me, what was your favourite moment from all those shows?
From his late night chat shows.
Yep, that's the question.
I never watched them, love.
It ran every weeknight for nearly 6 years.
Well, this is awkward.
Oh, it's not you, Peter, love. I'm sorry, it's not. It's just that, well, everything is so fucking expensive these days. I mean, look at the price of the lecky. Price
That's
of
definitely not aged
everything,
well.
really. You know, they want to put me on one of those prepay meter thingies, you know, stop me falling behind again. See, the way I see it, though, is, well, it's about choices. Do I watch telly for an hour, watch your show, or, I don't know, do I have 3 boils of the kettle? That kind of thing. And you know what really gets my goat? It's that each year, everything just costs more and, well, they last less time. And I'm not rich. I never married. I don't own my own home. I got no savings. Lord knows what'll happen when my back finally gives way and I can no work anymore.
Something tells me your back's already been overused.
Do you remember when we were kids, love? If you had a job, you could get by. But nowadays, even if you have got a job, you can barely keep your head above water.
Let me help you, Charles.
Come on, Petey. You barely remember my name. That's what they'll put on me gravestone, you know. Chelsea Wednesday. Disposable woman.
Oh, but I do remember you. Some persons hold that there is a wisdom of the head.
And a wisdom of the heart. I remember.
Let me help you, Charles. I've got money.
No, Petey. Thank you, love, but it wouldn't be right. Besides, I weren't asking for help. I was just explaining why I didn't watch your show, love. Hey, I bet it were great, though. Because you always were.
Chelsea Wednesday, everybody.
It's not right, Charles. None of it.
You do me proud, right? Or else I will go to those tabloids myself and I will tell them what we did the second time you took me under that stage.
Hang on a minute now.
So that brings us to last year, when you surprised the whole country by announcing you were giving it all up to form your own political party. And so, because the final bits of your life is always about the future...
Tune me up!
Co-leader of... No, wait. Who's left? Oh, yeah, it's got to be little Jimmy Chisel.
Should have been on second.
Sorry about that.
I could have been in the pub by now. And that's for you!
Okay, excuse me there. Let's all just take a seat now. Take a seat. There we go. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think Peter Clement to be a good fit for politics?
Absolutely, yes. He's a two-faced prick. He should fit right in.
Jesus, LG, what's got your goat?
You have, you smug bastard. Been sat back there in the holding area watching this love fest on the monitors, and no one's got the guts to tell you to your face what you really are.
Oh, aye? And what's that, Jim?
You're a bully, Pete.
You're pranks.
Not to me. Not to me, they weren't.
Well, why didn't you say something?
I needed the money, pal. I was living in a shitty room above a curry house and you were eating truffles with your celebrity pals.
Well, we paid you, didn't we?
Yeah, but it weren't much. Not with my brother and his demands. He needed special care. And those adaptations to his house, they didn't come cheap.
Well, why didn't you say something? That could have helped you.
Oh, put your fucking checkbook away. I'm sick and tired of you salving your conscience with grand acts of charity.
That's not why I do that.
What's that what you're going to do if we elect you? Give everybody a right big fucking back check. How's that going to work?
Actually, that's exactly what he did.
Oh. Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody!
I trust I can rely on your vote, then. And you can stick your fucking son up your arse and all.
Fantastic. Well, we've got a bit of a surprise coming up for you next, but before we do that, let's take a look at the current Peter Clement. Let's take a look at those debates from a few weeks ago.
We're going to invest record sums in health, education and welfare. Of course, it may mean that we have to ask everybody across the country to dig into their pockets a little just to help us out.
Ridiculous. Mr. Clement, please control yourself. Mr. Hamilton, now.
This is a country that celebrates success.
where, if you work hard and apply yourself, you too can reap the benefits of your labours. And let's not forget, the rich pay more money in tax than any other section of society.
Well, if they want to pay less tax, they could choose to have less money.
Hard work.
Don't talk to me about hard work, Mr. Hamilton, man, with your soft hands and your silver tongue. You've never worked a day in your life.
I was Prime Minister for the last 3 years.
Not because you needed the salary, because you wanted to make the policies that ensured that your real wealth was protected, because that is what you lot do. You pretend you've earned it, but nearly all of you haven't. It was just there, all along. Your money makes you money while you play the great orator. You have built nothing.
I built a strong economy with significant foreign investment.
For who? Where is this growth that you keep banging on
like
about?
globalism.
All I can see is the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Well, enough is enough. You got too greedy, pal. And now you're going to lose it a lot.
Of course, our party understands that we must raise tax gradually, or we risk an exodus of all of the wealth creators.
Let him try.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said let him fucking try.
Well, in just 5 short weeks, we'll find out if those words hold true. But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Take it away, boys!
When you're feeling destitute and just can't face the week, I've got just
the job. When you read the papers and it all seems pretty bleak, I've got just the job.
Mrs. when you're warm and
he always use protection.
He'll bring a load of scaffold up and build a huge erection. He'll get the standard polling when they win the next election. 'Cause I just a job.
And we're out.
Well, I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be.
That was you being asked for an interview for the nightly news next week.
What's that?
They called you in the song. You're going to be interviewed by Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, God, no. I hate that strange little man.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Petey, he's such a sweetie when he's on your TV.
Yeah, let's see what happens when we start with number 5. Maybe I get another clue. If not, then I'll cut it there. That seemed like the quote-unquote true one anyway.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on when no one turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart married my...
Back on the estate tomorrow night when Karen finds out if Sharon's half-sister is also Barry's long-lost brother, and Harry comes face to face with
We got a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right. Or at least the next one. The first digit right anyway.
But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time.
Actually, that's kind of... Yeah, actually, I got a 1 in 3 chance for all of them.
At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary.
Unless I get a clue. Well, clue, quote-unquote. More like an answer.
That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick Brown. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multimillionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue: it's not the millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts as it's time for Wayne the Spirit Whistle to lead another terrifying exploration in live and spooky.
Eric.
And tonight,
Eric.
they'll be asking if the old
This
brewery
fucking
in
thing is
Alcester
useless.
haunted by
What is the point in giving me a handset that doesn't even work? Jeez, I think this is it's a bad thing. I mean, I'm not one for omens, but this is a bad omen. I mean, Jesus, the fucking...
But now, here on on Channel 1, it's time for something far more
Wasn't
wholesome as we head to the
Lucky
Hart Theatre for
carnage.
a very special episode.
Yeah, sorry, Eric, technical problem. Yeah,
Technical
standing by.
problem, nothing.
Yeah, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Titley. Behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's been brought here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job. But as always, viewers, you know better.
10 seconds, places. 10
It's
seconds,
time.
places.
Let's start the show. It's time.
In 5, 4, 3, 4, 3.
No, I'm not doing that shit. Nope. I don't even give a shit.
When you're feeling shaky, but there's no one there to play, I got just the job. When your doors are squeaky, but your hubby's gone away, I got just the job. Mrs. in pickup, I got lubricants galore. I'll get you where you wanna go, maybe someplace more. So why don't we get started right here on the pantry floor? 'Cause it's just the job.
Fuck that noise.
Thanks, girls.
I'm
Cracking
surprised it wasn't
stuff.
a rap one.
Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true. And I can hardly really believe it myself. We are back for this special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And to be clear, it is the show that you remember. With the good old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course, some special surprise guests from Just
Dave's Emporium of Televisual Wonders. How can I help you today? Will you be requiring anything special from the Emporium today, mate?
This is not a good omen.
It's for me.
Right,
Peter
okay.
Clement.
Hang on, will you?
So let's kick
Stand
things
by,
off
Eamon.
tonight with a little scat
And
the mighty
go,
bubbles.
Eamon.
Because you were
Back in a sec,
authorised.
Dave.
What's going on?
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You naughty, fuck you! Sorry.
Peter.
Frank. Did you know about? Look at that face. You fucking did, didn't you? Fuck us, a lot of you.
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion episode of Just the Job. But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Let's get you to the studio.
No, fucking you. All the way along. You do.
They're all fine. This way, Peter. Mind your steps there now.
I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of your show. Incredible. I'll never believe people didn't know. You loving this, yours? I didn't believe it.
Colder than an unstare.
Chords.
Keep the show on the tracks.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once we're off the tracks, you can never get back on them. Or at least that's what Eamon says.
Yeah, I think I've heard him say that. Possibly more than...
Oops, there's Eamon. Gotta go. Have fun.
Once you're off the tracks, you can never get back on. Yeah, I like that. That's profound, that.
So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon, how long have you been planning? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement. You were born October 10th, 1923, in the northern town of Rotherham, to Fanny and Martin Clement.
And I at that time was barely a twinkling in the woman's eye.
No, that's not right. That's Dorothy Hammerman. No. Stop the music. Stop the music. That was me working out what had gone wrong with the script already. Eric.
I'll just come on though, shall I?
Eric. Ladies and gentlemen, Dorothy Hammerman!
That was a waste of time.
Eamon, sweetie! Having a few scheduling issues.
Yeah, it would appear so, Mrs. Hammerman.
Soldier on though, eh?
So, Mrs. Hammerman.
Soldier on though, eh?
Mwah, mwah.
Scary professional.
Shall we?
Here's one finger for the north, two fingers to the south, and we can all apologise tomorrow.
Another drink to go on the list.
Lovely to have you with us, Mrs. Hammerman. So tell us, what was life like for Peter growing up in the Clement house?
I've no idea. I've no idea.
Excellent.
Ask me something else?
I have to stick to the script.
Says who? I mean, Eric. You can just ignore him, darling. He won't mind.
If I don't stick to the script.
Oh, that's a good word. Yeah, let's call this one Carnage.
Can I give you a bit of advice that I told Petey a few years ago now?
Oh, I'm sure we'd all love to hear some Dorothy Hammerman wisdom.
Off you go, sweetie.
Oh, no, I have a very low tolerance.
Well, it's not 2, 4, or 1.
Time to pick the next guest, mate.
What was in that then?
3?
Peter, let's put your palate to the test. Palate to the test.
Let's tally another drink.
You were going to give us some of your wisdom.
I just did, darling.
Dorothy Hammerman, everyone!
Oh, I don't think he even opened his mouth.
Nobody's ever had that problem with you, Dottie.
You horrible man. Enjoy the show. Mwah. Mwah. I'll see you for the finale.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this?
Okay.
Well,
it's little Jimmy Chisel, obviously.
It's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bones.
It most certainly is not.
Okay, what, is that number 2? Yeah, it's little Jimmy Chisel.
Been a while? It has that, it has that. Is that for me?
Thought you might need a coffee after that last guest.
I can only drink a cheeky little glider.
Oh, whatever you say, boss.
Although I do like coffee.
Jimmy, let me ask you this. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then? We could have predicted his path to household name.
Wait a minute, you cheeky little bastard!
Oh, did I not say it? Got a little
Oops.
kick to it. You know what I mean, amen?
I don't really.
Oh, really?
It's not 5, 1, or... well, obviously not 3. So it's not 5 or 1.
Oh, time to call a guest.
There's no need to pretend to have a drink.
What do you mean?
Actually, that's quite nice.
What do you mean?
Bit nostalgic. It brings tears to me.
You see, Pete was always pulling booze-related pranks on the set of Just a Job.
He's lucky nobody lost a finger.
Or a foot.
What's that now?
Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody!
Thanks for the coffee.
Oh, you won't be saying that when the acid kicks in.
Oh dear.
Joking.
Now, before we bring our next guest on, let's take a look at a classic clip from Just a Job. Peter, it's on that monitor there if you'd like to take a look.
So, we're trying this new segment called I'll Drink.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Right, I will go and take a look at that, man. I can't see a thing without my glasses.
It was an idea that Peter and Jimmy came up with at the pub one night, I think. Anyway, it was not going very well. The first week got a bit feisty.
Yep, that's it. I think we can safely say we've got him drunk.
Yeah.
Skinny, the pop star on.
Interesting choice.
I'll drink to that.
Yep, bottoms up.
Yeah, why not? Got to keep the old grey matter lubricated after all. Can we reset, please?
Pete and Jimmy, they had other ideas.
Well, it's time for a segment that the papers have
We've seen this one. It's the drinking game. Just
called Inadvised Worker.
2 guests down. Haven't asked a question yet.
Still, you remember legendary episodes of Just the Job when he was clearly out of control?
No, Eric. This is a family show. We're not having any of that.
Well, if you want him to be playing us in shows like Best of the 80s long after we're dead, sometimes it's just best to let it run.
No, the show is called Bits of Your Life.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not getting tight with Eamon Pistley.
That would make a good show. Okay, going in 5, 4, 3.
did do that segment again.
Fantastic memories there
from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And through many of those shows, there was always one man by your side. But he's already been on. So, who's there? And do you have any alcohol on you?
Julia Salisbury, and not that I'm aware of.
Okay, good. Julia Assembly, everybody!
You okay?
Don't worry.
Oh dear.
Don't worry. We don't want another repeat of Huntledon, do we?
Well, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight on this bit of Peter's life. What are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen...
Sorry, I mean, that'll be Dottie's fucking fault. That'll be Dottie's.
What are the differences, would you say?
Oh man, he's destroyed.
Oh,
Even if I screw this one up, I'm going to tempt him to finish it to see if he throws up at the end if I get him fully drunk.
Ah, doesn't matter. We're back.
Yeah, there's a drink.
I don't really drink, just the odd glass of white wine.
Good for you. Julia Gooseberry, everybody.
You're not going to ask me a question.
What's the point? So, now we're going to have a look at some archive footage. Oh, shite, I've sent her off too early. Eric, on it. So, we're going to show you some archive footage, which hopefully shows something relevant.
There it is. Perfect dovetail joint. Who won't be proud to see that cabinet, eh? But now it's time to check in with little Jimmy Chisholm and see how he's getting on. Jimmy?
I'm coming.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Shit, sorry, Frank.
You alright there, LJ?
Christ, what was in that coffee?
Ooh, looks like little Jimmy Chisel's been at the bottle, ladies and gents. So now it's time for another episode of our occasional series, Things Not to Do When You're Drunk.
What do you need, boss?
Jimmy. Jimmy. Tell us, my handy friend, on the Just the Job scale, how slosh do you think you are?
Well, boss, I'd say I'm somewhere between a few pints at lunchtime and don't operate a domestic animal.
It's quite a wide band.
What?
Well, if I have to, I'd say I'm near. Ask a drinking buddy if you seem safe to drive.
Excellent.
Can't understand it. It tasted like coffee.
Ethyl alcohol, LJ, the best friend of the practical joker. It was Frank's idea. He got some for cleaning up the mess from his sores, didn't you, Frank? Hey, that was private. Sorry, mate. Right, Jimmy. Today's Things Not to Do When You're Drunk involve these. Wood carving is a tradition that dates back thousands of years. It's in our blood. Well, not LJ's blood, he's about 85% booze at the moment, but for the rest of us, wood carving can be as simple as making a mortise and tenon joint, or as complex as something like this. So,
okay then.
Jimmy, that's the challenge. You have until the end of the show to turn this into this.
Taking the piss.
Language, mate. Off you go. Now, the earliest wood carvings were such things as wooden spears from the Middle Paleolithic era. Or fish hooks and pipe stems.
That's messed up.
Wood carving has always been both utilitarian and decorative. You okay there, LJ? Now that looks like something you shouldn't do when you're drunk. LJ?
Certainly is, boss.
Oh, that's messed up.
I reckon this would probably hurt. A lot.
Yes.
That's not a prank, bro.
Does look nasty. Play the jingle.
I'm all for a good prank, but that's messed up.
so great to see you've lost none of the old spark. Rejoining us is Julia Grimble-Bimble. Nice to see you getting into the spirit of the evening, if you'll pardon the pun.
Well, mine's not really a spirit, so the pun doesn't really work.
See, this is what happens when you tear up the script.
No. There was a little table over there where we were supposed to gather for the finale. Oh, I got you one of these.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Let's see. It's not 4 or 5, and obviously not number 6. I've already used 5. So it's going to be either 1, 2, or 4. And it's definitely not 4. So it's either 1 or 2. It's a 50-50 on this one.
Any business for you?
And he's having a drink.
Did you ever even watch any of those early episodes of Just the Job?
No, I was a bit too young.
So it was absolutely pointless bringing you back here.
Seems so.
Great. June Thingamy, everybody!
What a strange show.
That's very popular. We can use their numbers.
Drink to that.
Yeah, me too.
He's so drunk.
He's having a drink.
In 1941, long before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continents to fight. And it was there, on those very battlefields, that the strangest of friendships was born.
Right, well, it says on this card here, 10 words about Peter Clement. So, handsome, obviously, kind eyes, so that's 3. Honourable, cheeky like a monkey. So what's that then? Is that 10? I think that's 10, yeah.
Who's that?
I've had a few, I haven't got a clue.
Who's that? Right, whoever you are, come on in!
You can handle me, you old devil!
Hey, steady on, you'll get me into trouble with the missus.
Right, let's all take a seat then.
Oh, righty, wait a minute, that's a nice name, isn't it?
So what's it like being friends with Peter Clement?
Oh, I haven't got a clue, love. I mean, we were a lot more than just bloody friends, weren't we?
That we were, darling.
I've got that many memories of you and me under the stairs.
Yeah, we certainly made the scenery rock, I'll give you that.
That's steady on the family show.
Oh, well, then you shouldn't have got me on, should you?
Yeah, she and sister are always getting into trouble. How is Jan? How is Jan?
What was that? Can I go home now, please?
What?
Sure, yeah, just a moment. What's her name?
I've got this. Ladies and gentlemen, Victoria Summers.
Oh, damn.
Time to call the next guest.
So it's 1 or 4. No clue as to which one, so I'm gonna guess number 4.
Shit. So come back. Girls, I've had a few, and it's been 30 years, love. It's been 30 years, love.
Well, it wasn't
he's having a drink.
That brought you to the nation's heart. Starting in 1977.
Actually, I feel really bad.
She'll be fine. Starting in 1970.
I'll be back in a sec.
Where are you?
I'll be back in a sec.
Right, okay. Let's have a look at some Petey.
Yes, and that's about 2 minutes.
He's gone, Eric.
He's getting more drunk.
2/3 of the way through the show, we've lost the main guest.
Oh, he'll be back. He's an old pro.
He's an old drunk.
Oh, Till's come back, love. Stop crying.
You see, he's out there somewhere.
Yeah. He's blotto.
Since received a calling to his tips it best and became a rising star in church circles. Peter. Peter's always been a fan of his and the socialites. Has anyone seen Peter? He'd always regretted not meeting him. It was supposed to just be an interview. But now, before the show, Peter and Dorothy came giggling in like school children, And I got sent off to
sauce on the sandwich, if you like.
Okay, we've got him back.
Deep joy.
Oh, but you were right. He really is pissed, isn't he? 8 sheets to the wind.
It's 3 sheets.
Not helpful.
Maybe we should just bail. It's starting to feel like there's an episode coming on.
Do you know what? I couldn't agree with you more. I'm joking. Take
Oh,
your bill.
that's
Left
not.
home. So you think we should bail?
No, I don't.
No, it's interesting that you should think that too.
I definitely, absolutely do not. The only issue is our guest of honour's 8 sheets into the wind.
It's 3 sheets.
3 sheets, fuck.
I told you this was going to be fucking carnage. Well, I'm not having anything more to do with it.
Are you okay?
Go over there. Count me in. We'll see what happens next. I'm going to have me a little think.
You'd think getting smashed on television would have ruined the Archbishop's career. But it actually did the opposite. He's more popular than ever now. And of course he presents Hymns of Joy on Free.
Are you alright, Eamon?
10 seconds.
Eamon?
A few shots. Going in 5, 4, 3. In this case, it was through me and a dodgy off license. Eamon, we're live.
Okay, shouldn't have called that guest. I'll
Damn.
make a note.
I was so close. I wonder how far back the checkpoint is. Oh, it just resets. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Looks like I get another chance. So, 1 then. Actually, I might be able to bullshit my way through the rest of this, because I know what the... If I could get checkpoints at every commercial break, I can guess the first 2 of the remaining 2. This is going to be one long-ass recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the youngest Archbishop in the history of the Church, the Archbishop of Pendleshire, Richard Cockley.
Are you going to let me skip it? There we go.
Where is he?
Eamon, he's on his way.
Christ's sake, Eric.
It's just unpredictable. 10 seconds, everybody.
Bloody ossified is what he is.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably, someone else did all the work, didn't they now? But that was Dorothy Hammerman, and she's been on already.
Well, if you don't get the pants off, you'll never know whether it were balls or flaps, as they say at the disco.
Huh?
What does that even mean?
It means play the ruddy music!
Oh, right, yeah. You heard the man. Play the ruddy music. Doesn't matter, I mean, he's not even here.
This way, pet.
Yes, towards the empty chairs.
Come on, Martin, this way.
Bloody fussing woman.
So you're Peter's parents, I assume?
Who's this twinkly wanker?
Sorry about him. He's had one too many cans backstage.
Not the
Haven't you,
only one.
Martin?
Oh, shut up.
I'm Fanny Clement, and this is my husband, Martin. And yes, we are Peter's parents.
Lovely.
What did you call my wife?
What's that now?
She doesn't want to speak to you, you glittery prick.
Martin Abernathy Clement, you apologise right now.
Oh, I had enough of you two.
Are we going to have a scene, Martin? Are we going to have a scene, Martin?
No.
Good.
No.
Now, Mr. Titley, where's my son?
That is a very good question, that.
Who are you calling a twat?
We seem to have temporarily mislaid him.
Well, Well, you know what they say at the High Court, Mr. Titley.
I have no idea, Mrs. Clement, but I have a horrible feeling you're going to tell us.
You can't drown kittens without a sack.
Fucking kittens! Charming.
That's
really
messed up.
Say that in the High Court.
Well, if he's not here, we may as well go and get ready for the finale.
I mean, it doesn't sound very legal vernacular, you know what I mean?
Come on, Martin, we going.
Oh, he's
Martin,
out.
wake up, love. We're done. Sorry, Ed. He sleep swears.
Sleep swears?
Frotux.
I should probably leave him.
What? How? What?
It's dangerous to wake him while he's cursing.
Honestly, at this point, don't even make a blind bit of difference. Mr. and Mrs. Clement.
White bandit!
Oh, he's dead.
Anyone there? Hello?
Aim and tightly. You're like man in nuclear explosion, holding on to tiny penis for safety.
You've been talking to my therapist?
Bring me on, broken man.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Boy, that's
Who are
accurate.
You? Oh, you know, actually, it doesn't matter. Just play the music.
I met him backstage. I think maybe he lost.
I was lost, but now I am found.
Yeah, fascinating. Do you want to go over to the sofas, or shall we do the last bit here?
Go to the sofas!
See, that's Eric. He wants us to do the interview over the sofas, where your old man is passed out and intermittently swearing.
Yeah, he does that.
Glorious artist.
They just do not give a shit.
Man who swear in sleep, likely have penis of wolf.
You have a lot of dicks in your turn of phrase, don't you, pal?
You're not first person to say this.
Yeah, shall we, let's go over to the sofas, shall we?
Let's go to the sofas. Let's go to the sofas. Na na na. Na na. Come on, Amy, you suck up, Franny. Let's go to the sofas. Me, it's my dad.
A venerable Martin Clement, from whose noble balls you apologetically dribbled.
Fucking massive bollocks!
Can he hear us?
Well, medical science is not entirely... Ooh.
Do you have anything you want to say about Peter?
I want to say, this is round.
You say this.
You can see what? This is your masturbation technique.
Ah, family show.
Cunt munchers!
Oh, for heaven's sake.
He's vinegar stroke, yes?
Right, that's it.
That's not even cursing. That's just being
Go
vulgar.
over there. Wait for the song.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
Oh, I'm told off by walking decoration. I'll see you later, pal. I go find Chelsea Buns. Some of us bothered to learn her name.
Oh.
Tonight, if she play her cards right, she attempt Erkistani barrel sack. Very difficult sexual position. Very risky. If done right, unforgettable pleasure beyond words. If done wrong, then stop. A broken back man only good for scaring children. Yeah. Chelsea Buns. Where is my Chelsea Bottoms?
Bum fiddlers!
Oh, you're here.
Duck's face.
Lovely. Let's see if we can get to the end. Viewers, we've got a bit of a treat coming up for you.
Naked twat snatchers!
What the
No,
fuck?
no, it's not that. It's just a song, really. But let's have a look at the current Peter Clement.
Shame, we're all made of the same stuff, you see.
Yeah, not that.
Cosmic dust. Me, you, that camera. All of it. It's just consciousness and knowledge and experience. All of it. And all one enormous thought.
Yeah, that's great. So last week...
This is important. Are you listening? Are you listening?
Not really, if I'm honest.
Whose thought is it? Eh?
Let's go to the debate footage.
Can I get a drink of something up here? I'm bloody parched. Old
Of course he
Catherine Frost
smashed the
getting a bit
debate.
much for you. Would you like a chair? I'm younger than you, Mr. Hamilton, man.
And yet, at first glance, one would be hard-pressed to spot that.
You know, I've been, up and down the country on the campaign trail, and a lot of young people have come up to me, and they're not all criminals, which, well, surprised me.
Are you sure you wouldn't like something stronger?
I beg your pardon.
I believe the ale in Huntledon is bracing at this time of year.
Yeah, I like a drink, and I've never tried to hide it.
Hard to hide something that's been splashed across our screens these past 30 years. The evidence of your unsuitability for office writ large for all to behold.
Whereas yours were hidden all these years, weren't it?
My peccadillos have now, to the great embarrassment of my family, been much publicised by the tabloid newspapers.
To the great embarrassment of your family. Your family. Mate, you were going into graveyards at night, whacking off onto the graves of dead feminists. Peccadillos? You were lucky they didn't burn you in National Park.
I think the electorate of this country are sophisticated, Mr. Clement. I'm undergoing treatment for my eccentricities, and I think my record shows that I am, nonetheless, a safe pair of hands.
I've been, shaking hands up and down the country, and what I
You are delusional, pal. You're a corpse that doesn't know that it's dead yet, and you, with your platitudes and your endless double talk and your perfectly coiffured sound bites, you're almost worse than him, 'cause at least we can see what gets him off. But you're just shitting in our mouths and asking us to thank you.
Mr. Clement, please.
Sorry, they started it. Yeah, I drink, but then so do all of you who are voting out there, and I know that you believe that I don't lie, unlike Mr. McNair here, and I don't hold dark secrets like Mr. Hamilton man.
I just think we've all heard enough about graveyards, and the electorate want us focused on getting the job done with the economy and immigration.
Do you? Do you really think that? Or is that just something you desperately want to believe?
Well, gentlemen, I would imagine we'll all find out on election night.
Yes.
Yeah, we will.
Well, somehow we made it to the end of the show, and I think we still have our jobs. Now, we're going to sing you out now, but tonight, Peter Gordon
No, I'm not doing it.
These are the bits of your life!
It's me!
Yes, it is!
Broken into pieces. Good part! All the bits of my life revealed.
That was your cue.
I keep to move on. To the undiscovered country.
Jesus Christ, he's quoting Shakespeare now. Right, give us that music cue again. Everyone ready?
Is it hot here?
No, I'll do his bit.
Drenched.
Oh, I knew it.
Beast woman.
You okay?
Never matter, mate.
Okay,
Brilliant.
right, here we go now.
Brave
from all the trouble and the strife. He's got
When you need some fun and games to brighten up your life, he's got just a job. Gossip sucker!
If you need a friendly face,
Or if you're feeling glum,
he'll pop round with a stiff one.
And you'll both have lots of fun.
toss like that, mate. If you don't like it, you can shove it before. What are you looking at?
Amazing! Classic television! Call me, darling. 3 needs a jakester.
I said stop looking at me!
Oh, careful with that now. We're going to need that back. Oh.
Damn.
Okay, I get it.
He's such a sweetie when he's on your TV.
I've told you 1,000 times, Chester. It's the number of blind dates I've been on.
I don't know what the point of that is.
fourth time's the charm, and here's your fourth time through hint. Don't worry too much if you don't get a path right first time and you fall off track. Eamon will still have a tidy little nervous breakdown, that's always fun, and you can change what happens in those breakdowns by getting Peter Clement drunk, angry, or both. So even if you fuck up the main treasure hunt, there's still new stuff to see and fun to be had, because it's my DLC and I told them to spoil you rotten with content. And I have compromising photographs of the developers.
Well, I can at least bullshit my way through the first checkpoint.
And we'll be back on the estate tomorrow night when Karen finds out if Sharon's half-sister is also Barry's long-lost brother, and Harry comes face to face with the devastating loss of his hairline. That's the estate tomorrow at 8:30. But before we go live to Eamon and the gang, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30, we have an in-depth documentary about the downfall of Jacob Hamilton Lamb, which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick Allen. At 10:30, Adrian Atkinson Blimey is here for a special episode of Incisors, where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multi-millionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who's suffering the worst.
Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it there. It's probably nothing super serious from the last two, but either way, I think this one was probably the best of the DLCs so far. We'll see if the last one changes that, but yeah, this one I can actually recommend.